NCWLIFE Channel Sports is proud to present live racing action at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CASA of Chelan and Douglas County. Make a change in a child's life. And East Wenatchee Mini Mobile Storage, Wenatchee Valley's premier storage facility. Tonight's coverage is also a presentation of our all sports sponsors: Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tire Center, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoca, JDSA Law, Weinstein Beverage Company, and Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Now let's go to Frontier Heights for live racing action on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It's Johnson Electric night here on a gorgeous evening. It's our best night of racing. Weather-wise, we've had all season long. The winds are light, the sun is out, and we have a huge car count on hand for tonight's racing. How about 70? That's right, 70 cars here for our 5 classifications of racing. We've got the Northwest Pro 4 trucks. We've got the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners. We also have, of course, the Economy Midgets, Northwest Focus Midget Series. We have the Holiday's Custom Muffler B-Mods, and Greg Rentz joining me here on the broadcast. Greg, how about this field for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars? The Hobby Challenge has been met.
I am so excited for this, Eric. 30 cars in the roster here tonight for this 50-lap main event for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. 5 tracks represented. Going to be an awesome show as we get set to go.
Yeah, huge contingency from Yakima here as well. I think 13 cars from the Yakima Valley that are here to race this weekend. They said, hey, we don't have a chance to play at home, so we're lucky and thankful for Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for giving us the chance to play here tonight. Now, the first thing we're going to have here is qualifying, and a little different for the Thunder Cars than what we normally see, right, Greg?
Yeah, Thunder Cars all year. They've been group qualifying. Tonight, single car qualifying, and we are underway here with qualifying. First car on the track will be the number 42 of Neil Nelson out of Ephrata.
So Neil taken to the track and going to warm up the tires before he gets on the clock here. And with such a large field here, 29, 30 cars that are involved in our Thunder Car Challenge here this weekend, how are we going to work this, Greg?
Going to be a wild one. So what we're going to do is the top 18 from this qualifying session are going to lock in. They're in the show. They're moving on to the main event. We're going to split them into the Fast 9 and the Not Fast 9, and they will run heat races. The rest of the cars, 19th on back to whoever is left, they will run a B main, same amount of laps as the heat race. Top 6 of that transfer in. We're taking 24 for the 50-lap main. Whoever is 7th on back in that B main, not in the show. They are done for the night. All
right, so here we have the first lap for Neil Nelson. And Greg's going to take a look at the clock here.
His time is a 15.395. 15.395 for Neil Nelson.
Okay, Marion, let's see if we can hook that audio up to the phone. That's a great idea. And hello to everybody who's watching us here on Facebook on what we could do for the stream right now. We're low-tech, old school, so I'm going to hook up this and see if you can hear us even a little better. There we go, and I think you might be able to hear us a little better as we go direct from our mixer board for the audio. Greg, who we have on the track right now?
This is Jesse Vincent in the number 54 car making his way out. First start here at Wenatchee Valley. Several drivers in that boat making their first start here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. He is second at a 15.662. Track record for the series is a 14.636. We're not sure if since this is a non-points race, will it count if the track record falls tonight, but we are knocking on the door of the track record here tonight. We'll see what happens as Vincent goes a 15.564 for his second lap. There are several very, very fast cars, including this one out of Yakima in the number 19. This is Mikey Denton.
44 years old out of Yakima, taken to the track right now here, the quarter-mile asphalt at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And talking with all the guys that are here that don't normally race here, they said they love coming here and they love being on this track because you are constantly turning left.
Oh, it's a wild one. You are constantly turning the straightaway on the backstretch. Not really you're going straight at all. It's more of a curve away here on the backstretch, which Mikey Denton's going down right now. You're never going fully straight. Curves just a little bit, just enough to where you're not pointing straight. The only time you're going straight is right here off of turn number 4, getting close to the wall, but he goes second quick at a 15.548. Remember, the quick time right now is Nelson 15.395, so about a tenth and a half for Denton, looking to pick it up here for this lap.
Of course, if you're just joining us on the NCW, he did hit the wall there.
He hit the wall pretty solid there, and of course that's going to knock him down.
Right front tire went flat, so he's going to try to get himself off the track. Meanwhile, our next car out there is a gentleman who is in charge of a lot of these cars out of his garage. Number 72 is Brad Tidrick. He says he's got 7 different racers here this weekend that come out of the Tidrick shop down in Yakima.
Brad Tidrick was told by one of those guys, Travis McKinney, I had to call him Socks on the broadcast. Not sure what the story is. I'm kind of scared to know, but I was told by Travis McKinney to say Socks for Brad Tidrick. I'm a little scared to hear the story. Tidrick is one of 2 Tidricks in the field tonight. His son BJ is racing as well, and Tidrick Sr. just went to the top, 15.387 for the Ford Mustang 2012 Ford Mustang, I believe.
Got a chance to talk to Brad yesterday, 65 years young. I said, my gosh, how have you been able to do this for so long? As his second time is
15.281 quicker.
He said, I never grew up.
And that's a fair one. Well, from one of the oldest drivers in the field, I'm sure he will love me for that comment, to one of our youngest drivers in the field, Root Beer, RT Greiner in the number 25 on track tonight.
RT was a late sign-up here for the weekend. I kept waiting to see him on the official registry, and then finally he came out for practice yesterday, got himself signed up for the weekend. Good to see the local number 25 racing out of East Wenatchee.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is only the second local car that's qualified thus far. Denton, Tidrick, and I believe Vincent also, all out of Yakima, before Neil Nelson, who is from Ephrata, came out for that first lap. Greiner to the top at a 15.213 for RT Greiner. He's at the top of the charts right now. 5 cars have gone thus far, and it's the 25 on top of them all. Checkered flag, second lap for him. Quicker, 15.106 for Greiner. We move over to another young gun here. He's from right here out of Wenatchee as well, Colby Holaday.
Of course, his dad, Chad, is our sponsor tonight in the B-Mods. Chad, a longtime racer here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, has the local muffler shop in town, and got a chance to talk to Colby yesterday. It was actually his brother who said, hey, Colby really wants to get on TV. We've got that interview in the can back in the studios. Unfortunately, we're not able to bring you that coverage right now because of some technical issues. And, Marion, you're probably going to have to get closer for folks to be able to hear us. So why don't you stand right in between us, and you can go over here, and we'll be able to see what's going on and be able to hear Greg and I a little bit as we're coming to you from the low technology of my cell phone on our Facebook live coverage here on the NCWLIFE channel. And how we doing for Colby Holaday?
15.856 for the first lap. Checkered flag. Does he pick it up? How about a dead tie? No, it just was late to register. 15.711 for Colby. He is still 6th. But Eric, it wouldn't be a race season without some technical difficulties.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've had some interesting things happen here at the track with track issues, with transponder issues. Now it's our turn to have some issues, so please bear with us as we try to work on the technical aspects. On the track right now, we've got Dylan Huffines, who's 16 years of age, out of Sela.
He's one of the young guns in the series, as well as brother Garrett drove this car to a second-place finish a couple weeks ago. Dylan back in his car. This is Dylan's car that Garrett stole from him a couple weeks ago to take for a spin. Dilly goes to third at a 15.308 for Dylan Huffine, 16 years old, late model rookie as well, but this is where he got his start here in the big cars as far as this goes. The Thunder cars, brought to you by Dixie Air Conditioning. Dilly goes second, 15.125, but we move over to a guy who's won not one, not two, but all 3 Dixie Air Conditioning Thunder Cars main events here this season. Seth Frazier in the 14.
Seth Frazier taking over on the track right now. He's got to have his hands full to defend that home track run here at WVSO.
And there's a car I see lined up next that is going to be putting a lot of pressure on him, but we'll talk about that in a second, because Seth Frazier, who has knocked on the door of the track record this season, looking for it again in the number 14 here tonight. Off in the turn number 3 on his first lap. White flag is displayed. First lap for Frazier. Quick time, 14.725, about 9/100ths of a second off that track record right now. See if he can pick up a 10th.
And just deceptively fast out there for Frazier, but he knows the route around this quarter-mile asphalt to get the time.
Ooh, he is so close. 14.640, misses the track record by just 4/1000ths of a second. But we'll see how long that lasts, because this guy, State Line Speedway's Frank Varner, probably the top dog in the Spokane area of these cars. And there's another car lined up next that's going to have something to say by the end of it. But we're talking about Frank Varner right now in the number 80. He has been so strong the last few years at State Line Speedway. Couple of trips here to Wenatchee, and he feels like this track owes him one, Eric.
Well, and he's coming off a win last weekend at State Line, so he's got to be feeling good about that 80 car right now.
Second, 14.872 for Frank Varner. 14.872, but a little bit of a slide there in turn number 2. Not what he was looking for in the number 80. See if he can get it back here. Checkered flag, looking to pick it up. Got a little loose coming off of turn 4. Just a hair quicker, 14.860. Well, Smokey, this is the Bandit in the number 4. Another Tidrick in the field. It's B.J. Tidrick. Brand new car, first time it's seeing the racetrack tonight.
Tidrick calls home Kennewick, so out of the Tri-Cities, and boy, that is a sharp-looking Trans Am look right there as he comes around and now officially on the clock here for qualifying for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car Hobby Challenge here tonight.
This is the 10th car to take time. First time bringing the car out. The car's owned by Jim Zarazua, but it was Tidrick who hopped behind the wheel of it tonight, as Tidrick is one of the ones who was turning wrenches on it. How's a new track record? 14.594. New track record for B.J. Tidrick, and it's only lap number 1. He's coming around. That Pontiac is hooked up tonight. Checkered flag, second lap quicker, 14.517.
How about that? Records falling here tonight. Well, of course, as the cars continue on the track continues to warm up just a little bit more, get a little more rubber down on that track, and make it just a little bit stickier for these cars as they come to qualify here for the Thunder Car event tonight.
Coming on track now,
Jerry Miller out of Yakima.
And this car is a dark horse candidate for this one here tonight, Eric. Another car out of the Tidrick stable, but this car very, very fast. Won the Fall Classic with Chris Morang driving it. Morang is in the field driving a different car here tonight, but this car did win the Fall Classic a couple of years ago. And Jerry Miller puts it fourth at the 15.010, so he's saying hello to the big 3 up there right now, Tidrick, Frazier, and Varner. He's right there with them as well. See if he can break into the 14-second bracket. Checkered flag for Jerry Miller. He does break the 14s, but he stays fourth, 14.901. Safety crew coming out to inspect the racing surface really quick.
So as the crew comes out, we appreciate you joining us here on our low-tech Facebook version of what's happening here tonight on the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval coverage on the NCWLIFE channel. Unfortunately, our television broadcast has been delayed because our transmitter in our van has gone out. We're trying to busily erect a big string and a cup that goes clear up to the top of the mountain here. And I'm kidding, but almost. We're trying a backup system, and in the meantime, we've got bodies behind the scenes that are busily running around and going back between here on top of Fancher Heights down to our studios in downtown Wenatchee across the Columbia River to get the equipment that we need to try to get the backup working here. So again, we apologize for the live coverage on the NCWLIFE channel Facebook page, but Marion doing a great job with camera 2. She's taking care of the phone duties right now. As they finish checking the track, it looks like it's okay. So Josh Henney out there out of Moxie.
Josh Henney, he's the older brother of Randy Marshall Jr., defending Fall Classic Super Late Model champion. And I tell you, he's got that new late model figured out, does his younger brother, Randy Marshall. He's here tonight helping out his older brother. So taking turns here with this one is now Henney is his turn to take the wheel in his number 50 Camaro.
Looking sharp out there, now officially on the clock as qualification continues for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Goes a little low between turns 3 and 4. And his first lap.
Got to scroll down on the transponder list, 12:15.812. The problem with Race Monitor right now on the computer, we only have 10 spots, so it might take a second if I got to scroll up and find where he settles in. He settles in 9th there, 15.479. So I'm actually going to take a seat here at the computer so I can better monitor this as J.J. Moore coming out onto the track.
J.J. Moore, 44 years old, out of Yakima, coming off of a 15th place finish, or make that 5th place finish last weekend at State Line. He was second in his heat race. He does have a first at State Line at the end of July, so watch out for the 05 car of J.J. Moore.
That is one heck of a story, too. I'll have to tell you that at some point here on the broadcast. The story of his first win. All players that were involved in that are in the field tonight, by the way. There was 3 of them.
So for our recording of the broadcast, for rebroadcast purposes, I've just turned on our microphone to be able to hear the cars running around on the track right now.
J.J. Moore goes 10th at a 15.539.
And for our rebroadcast purposes, you can hear the growl of the 05 as J.J. Moore comes around on his second time lap.
A little bit slower, so the 5.39 will be the lap that counts.
All right, so there you have it for J.J. Moore. Next up is 27M. That's Marcus Maggard out of Yakima.
This is my first time seeing this car, but the name Marcus Maggard is definitely familiar, but this is my first time seeing this car. I love the look of this car.
Yeah, it helps us for the announcers to have that bright 27 on the side in neon yellow.
Jeff Gordon vibes, Jimmy Johnson vibes back when they ran those colors.
Absolutely.
Numbers.
So he's on the clock here, Marcus Maggard.
He is 13th, 15.599.
Okay.
For reference, he is 1.082 seconds off quick time right now. That shows you the split right now between them. Remember, top 18 lock in.
Wow. So looking for a spot in our final main event tonight, which is a 50 lapper for the Thunder Cars.
Nice jump up. He jumps to 8th, 15.367. Picks up 5 spots there.
Well, we go back to a local driver now, driving the number 12 car. That's Luke Shaw, 32 years old, out of Wenatchee. He's raced here a couple of times this year at WVSO and ready to get on the clock for this weekend's racing here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Luke missed the first couple of races. It was only his second start, I believe, here at Wenatchee this season. And again, it's a new look for him this year. The black on his car was red last year, so a new look for him, hoping that the new color scheme works out for him. Nice entry into turn 3 there, carrying a lot of speed. White flag, first lap, 15th car to take time. He is 8th, 15.311. 15 cars have taken time thus far, so we're starting to get into that ballpark of guys near the bottom of the speed charts might want to start getting a little bit nervous as Shaw looking for a pickup. No, second lap slower. The 3.11 will count.
Lost some time as he lost some traction between turns 3 and 4 there. Got a little squirrely. Next to take to the track here is Jess Havens out of Airway Heights near your neck of the woods over in Spokane.
Yes, sir, Spokane. Jess Havens, the younger brother. You've heard of the Killer Bee, Braden Havens. This is his younger brother, Jess Havens, in the number 5.
Taking a look at his week or his season so far. He's raced, 5 different races at State Line. Last weekend finished 15th in the main event at State Line Speedway.
Had some rough luck in that one. Nice lap. Where's he settled down? 10th, 15.367. So he's in the top 10 for now. He's in a tie with Marcus Maggard for 9th, actually.
And as Greg mentioned, top 18 locked themselves in for getting in for our main event here tonight, no matter what happens in the heat races.
Just did a nice one there, jumping to 7th at a 15.251. Another car out of the Killer Bee stable. This is Fast Freddie Simon in the number 38.
Fred Simon Jr. on the track right now in that 38 car. He was a 4th place finisher last weekend at State Line. Were you there at State Line last weekend? Okay, I kind of figured you might be.
The Idaho 200, that same race that J.J. Moore had his win, he finished the race. I think I told you the story. We had a car finish on 3 wheels for the entire last lap. This was him in the number 38. He is 9th at a 15.299. 15.299, P9 for him.
Next we'll get Fred Simon Jr., Simon Jr., I should say.
It will be the 15.299. Second lap, it ticks slower. Local driver is the 18th driver to take time. So this is the last driver before we start knocking guys to the B main.
Carl Brandt taking to the track right now, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Carl has, he's been kind of labeled the 6th man out. He's finished 6th twice here in the main events at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval so far this season, and looking for better than that here this weekend.
Missed last race, so good to have him back in this one. Rookie in the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, but the name should be very familiar to Wenatchee Valley race fans. Ran Roadrunners here for several years before stepping up here into the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Big race here for Carl Brandt. Ooh, he jumped up pretty high. See where he tracked in. How about 7th? 15.178.
How about that?
So
this one looks a little bit even better.
With that puts the number 18 or 33 of Colby Holaday officially on the bubble. Checker flag. Carl Brandt jumps into the top 5. 14.993.
Thought that second lap looked good.
All right, so now we're in knockout qualifying because 18 cars have taken time. We're taking 18 in the main event. So now everyone's going to be keeping their eyes on the 18th position and see who jumps in where. Cameron Doyle on track, Wenatchee driver.
Last time we saw this black number 71 car, it was going sideways on the final lap of the main event here 2 weeks ago as he was nudged out of 3rd place, and I know he would like to get a little payback here this weekend.
Needs to be the 15.711 here to lock in. A little bit of a push. Does not. 16.015.
Yeah, he came off the throttle quite a bit coming off of turn 3 into 4. We'll see how he does on the second lap.
Needs 3/10 to pick it up. Checkered flags.
Better.
Second lap. Nice entry there. And does he pick it up? Yes, 15.610. He goes 18th, knocking Colby Holaday to the B main. Eric, I told you would like this 15 car. How's the wagon sound?
Station wagon on the track.
It's still got the license plate on it. That thing is street legal.
It's got the bumpers too. How about that?
Street legal station wagon race car.
This is Trevin Tarr, who is out of Spokane. 29 years of age, on the clock here in the wagon, and I'm telling you, that's going around the track really well.
That car does have a victory here in a big Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Car invite race. Younger brother Trayton drove it to a main event win here back in 2018. White flag first lap for Tarr. He locks himself in. Where did he go? Trying to find him on the transponder times. That's the problem here. He goes 8th, 15.198, checkered flag.
Second lap looked better.
No, it's actually slower, 2.59, so 1.98. He does jump into the top 18. That sends Cameron Doyle to the B main.
All righty. Next up on the track, here we go, another Yakima driver. This is Chris Morang taken to the track right now here for the Thunder Car qualifying.
Morang, he's who we talked about, won the Fall Classic a couple years ago in the 22 car. 7 cars left, so I believe the top 6 are locked in, if my math is correct. That means Tidrick, Frazier, Varner, Miller, Brandt, and Griner at this moment are locked in, and I believe we may have the 7 locked in also. I'm not sure yet. I have to double check that. White flag first lap for Chris Morang. 17th, knocks Jesse Vincent to the B main, but he is in trouble. 15.541 for Chris Morang, driving the Scott Burby-owned Mustang. Stays there, 15.541. The bubble time right now is Mike Denton, 15.548, with 6 cars remaining. So actually several more cars are locked in. Tidrick, Frazier, Varner, Miller, Brandt, Griner, Huffines, Tarr, Havens, and I believe Brad Tidrick are the drivers who are locked in right now. That'd be 10 with 6 left.
Okay.
6 left, so we actually would have the 11th place car, Fred Simon Jr., also locked in. 12th place on back, not locked in yet.
Little pause in the action here.
Bobby Stewart Jr. is on deck in the number 9 car. Okay. Very familiar to Jess Havens. Actually, no, this is the other silver car. This is Billy Scribner in the number 55. And for those watching on our TV broadcast, whenever you may be watching it, we cannot say what's on the back bumper, but we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. And I think Marion's going to try to zoom in on that on our Facebook feed right now. But we'll talk about the 55S this weekend. Billy Scribner out of Yakima, 47 years of age, on the clock here for our Thunder Car or Hobby Challenge this weekend. Got a little loose between turns 3 and 4.
22nd car to take time, 15th. So he knocks Mike Denton out of the B main, but does not lock himself in. If he does not go a 15.311, Luke Shaw will be locked in. That's the time to lock himself in right now. Checker flag picking it up, and no, slower. So 15.478. Luke Shaw locked in now, putting the 18 of Chris Meringue on the bubble. Marcus Maggard, the next car to lock in as we move over to Travis McKinney in the number 48.
Beautiful looking car out there with the black and gray color combo and the bright orange stickers on the side, giving us a true indication of that number 48 out of Yakima. He's got his birthday coming up. Happy birthday coming up on August 29th for Travis McKinney, who will be 41 in just a few weeks.
Needs a 15.540 to get himself into the top 18. Needs a 15.536 or better to lock in. White flag first lap for him. He does. He locks himself in. Where did he go? He went 6th, 15.051. Wow. He is locked into the show, sending Chris Meringue to the B main now.
Well, you were saying when you came up to the booth here to talk about the racing this weekend that we're going to have some fast cars. That is definitely the case.
Yes, sir. Travis McKinney, second lap, a little bit slower, 15.051. Driver change on the number 98 car, being driven by Kelly Cowshaw all year. Surprise for the Wenatchee Valley fans. Brent Harris driving the 98 car tonight.
Okay.
Needs a 15.539 to be in the top 18. A 3.94 would lock him into the show. Bubble spot, JJ Moore, 15.539 is that time to beat. The spot to lock in is Neil Nelson, 15.395. White flag first lap for Brent Harris. Where did he go? I believe he might have locked himself in just now. Gotta find him, gotta find him, gotta find him. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, third. 14.710.
Really? How about that?
Knocking on the door of Frazier and Tidrick. Brent Harris. It says Kelly Kelshaw on the transponders, but that is Brent Harris driving. We'll have to get that changed. So he locks in. JJ Moore goes to the B main. Bobby Stewart now coming out in the number 9. Time for the 18th position is Josh Henney's 15.479. And he, I believe, would need the 15.395 of Neil Nelson again. So that is still the target time.
Got a chance to talk to Bobby as he got the car off the trailer yesterday for practicing. I said, hey, Stewart, that's a pretty good name to have in the race world. I said, are you related at all? He goes, I don't know, I hope so.
Hey, that's a special name for me. That guy you're referring to there has been my favorite driver since day one. 15.808 for Bobby Stewart, not in the top 18 right now. He's going to need some work to pick it up.
Going with the pink number 9 on the charcoal gray car.
15.626. He will go to the B main. That locks in Neil Nelson in the 42. Josh Henney still on the bubble, the 15.479. Terry Osborne coming up in the number 46.
Terry, just 61 years of age, out of East Wenatchee. He was third in the heat, second in the main event here at WVSO on July 11th. He's had a busy season of racing here, and of course the fans that normally would be here would recognize Terry Osborne's name, longtime racer here at WVSO.
So how about this stat here, Eric? A 15.478 would put him into the top 18. A 4.77 would lock him in. Wow, it's that close.
That close.
White flag, here we go. First lap, 15.448. He splits him. Actually, no, he does lock in, 15.448. So he does get it, 17th. And that puts Billy Scribner on the bubble with just one car remaining. Checker flag for Osborne, slower, 15.448. So it's down to this. Billy Scribner on the bubble. The last driver to go is the number 94, Vance Reynolds, out of Spokane, Washington.
And Vance has got some problems in turn 4 as he came out onto the track in that safety lane. Looks like he's got some issues for the 94 car right now.
Gets it going.
There we go. Vance gets it going out of Spokane.
All right, Vance Reynolds needs a 15.478 to lock in. It's down to him and Scribner. Car owned by Alan Tuckness, the 94. Vance topping behind the wheel. His son Breyer has wheeled this thing a couple of times also. Vance, Allen, Breyer, they all take turns. Vance's turn here for this one. Green flag needs that 15.478 to lock in. Billy Scribner watching very, very intently right now. If he does not beat it, Scribner locks in. If Vance can beat it, he's in. White flag, first lap. Here we go. Does he lock himself in? Yes, he does. See where he went. 15th, 15.367. He is locked in to the show. Excuse me, 15.375. Red Marcus Maggard's time. But he's looking a lot better here through 3 and 4. Checker flag for Vance Reynolds. Second lap. Leapfrog. Where did he go? 10th. 15.175. That is it for qualifying. Vance Reynolds locks himself in. We have ourselves our heat races, our 18 drivers locked in, and we have our B main.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Okay, and I should correct myself that first on the track here will be the Roadrunners. It'll be the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners' first heat race here tonight as they get things wound up and ready to go. And taking to the track is a guy who is a rookie this season from East Wenatchee, Alberto Navarrete. He has certainly had an interesting go of it here so far this season at WVSO. He took first in his first ever heat race back on June 27th and finished second in the main event. He was first and third in the heat and main event last time around here just a few weeks ago on August 8th. So Alberto Navarrete is driving the number 4 car on the front line here. Outside of him to his right in the 98K is Carlin Coker at Leavenworth. The black 33 car is that of Brandon Knuff. Now behind Brandon, I don't know if we're waiting for more cars to get onto the track or what we've got here, but that's the 7 car. That's Brianna Mackin. And then it is Emily Mackin in the 22 car. That's who we have on the track right now for our 5 Plumb Perfect Roadrunners for their first heat race here tonight.
13 cars took time, so would have to assume we would have at least 1 more car in this field, maybe 2, depending on which one they go for the 7-car heat and which one they go for the 6-car heat. All depends, of course, on just how they line them up. Although there was a little bit of stuff with qualifying for these guys. Remember, this is a series with the breakout rule. You cannot go faster than 16.750. Fast time in this class was under the 16.750, so he went to the back. It was the number 13 of John Newborn, who's not in this race. He will be in the next one. So Brandon Knopf, the 33, he was actually credited with fast time in that number 33 car. Okay, so looks like we're going to be set up here with a 5-car field for this first heat race here tonight. So apparently maybe somebody's got some engine issues or some starting issues back behind the wall there, and we got a green flag, so we're underway for 8 laps in this first main event for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners. We've got racing. Alejandro Mendoza, actually, excuse me, that's Alberto Navarrete. Got confused because earlier in the day, they had Alejandro Mendoza lined up with the number 4's transponder, so the 4 was being scored as Mendoza. all day in practice, had to get that sorted out, and that's still fresh in my mind. As he leads the way, Navarrete does, over Carlin Coker, the Leavenworth product. Here comes Brandon Knopf in the number 33. They've got Brianna Mackin as well.
Last time we saw Carlin Coker out here, she got mixed up with John Doyle, if I remember right. Had a little bend to the back tire of that car.
Yeah, the two twin red hatchbacks got together. Knopf around Coker for second place. Emily Mackin off the pace in the number 22. 4 members of the Mackin family are racing here tonight, Eric, in 2 different classes.
So Brandon Knopf gets around for second place. Now he's going to try to close in the gap here on Alberto Navarrete in the 4 car. Carlin Coker slides back to 3rd place.
No worries for breakout time yet. Now we're starting to get a little close. Knopf goes to 16.915, so start keeping your eye on that number 33. You can follow along with Race Monitor. You can go off the scoring that we're going off as well. Just go to racemonitor.com, race-monitor.com, or the Race Monitor app on your phone. 2 ways to do it there. That's how you can follow along with us.
And how about this? Brandon Knopf going outside, Navarrete inside as they come between 3 and 4. Boy, they get close. As they come off of turn 4, it's going to be Navarrete with just a fender worth of lead.
That's Navarrete in the number 4. Brandon Knopf in the 33 outside. Knopf with a run down the outside. Had the lead for a split second, but Navarrete comes fighting back on the inside. White flag, 1 lap to go. And Emily Mackin up against the wall, and Knopf has to check up to go down. Navarrete able to get away. Can Knopf set him up for another shot? He's going to want to try the inside or the outside. That works too. Gets a run in. Knopf going to try the crossover. Gives it all he's got. Full send. Not enough. Oh, contact between them, but Navarrete holds on.
How about that? Alberto Navarrete winning yet another heat race here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval in his rookie season. The 2nd place goes to Brandon Knopf, and 3rd will be Carlin Coker.
Nice race between Navarrete and Knopf. That'll be fun for the main event, but that's only a small portion of the field. We're going to add a few more into the field for that main event coming up, and we're going to meet the rest of them here momentarily.
So again, 1st place to Alberto Navarrete out of East Wenatchee. 2nd goes to Brandon Knopf of Wenatchee, and 3rd in this first heat race for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners is Carlin Coker out of Leavenworth. There's your top 3 podium finishers for this first heat race.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Let's take a look at the field as they enter the track here, and they'll be in the order of which they will start. So Elijah Pennington out of Tacoma is in the 20. He's on the outside of row 1. Inside of him will be Jamie Mackin from Moses Lake in the 52 car. The 14 is, well, is it John or Mason behind the wheel?
The 44 is Mason behind the wheel because Mason had mechanical issues. That's the 44 car of Colton Fisher, but Mason had issues, so they took him out of his car. Colton said, hey, you know what? You're my teammate. Go ahead, take my car. They renumbered the number 14. So that's Mason Haygood driving what usually is the 44 car tonight.
Okay, and then outside of him on row number 2 is the 32 car. That's Jared Ingham. And then the 13 car is that of John Newbom out of Gold Bar, Washington.
Remember, Newborn is the driver that broke out in qualifying. So keep your eye on that 13 car. Clearly he's fast. Problem was he was a little bit too fast there. And, of course, Jared Ingram's second race, I should say, in the number 32.
Normally the cow car here.
Jay Evans drives that one. Green flag. We're racing once again. Jamie Mackin in the 52 leading away. But how about Elijah Pennington, the Moses Lake driver? How about 3 wide behind him as Mason Haygood saying hello to Jamie Mackin.
Mackin slips to the back of the pack, but leading the way around lap number 1 will be Elijah Pennington.
Elijah Pennington out of Tacoma, but his home track, State Line Speedway in Post Falls, Idaho, drives that car on Wednesday nights.
Jared Ingram going to take a look up high in the 32 car as he tries to reel him in, and then here's that fast car of John Newborn coming up as well out of Gold Bar.
Keep an eye on them throughout the course. Still good breakout time wise. Newborn run a 17.284 that time. Fastest car on the track as Ingram to the inside.
And outside, 3 wide. How about that off of turn 4?
Still 3 wide.
Contact! Look out for the wall.
Everybody keeps it together. We stay green. Newborn just stays in the gas. He's going to make the outside work again and take the lead.
How about that? We're going to have to watch the speed on his timing here. Make sure he doesn't go under that magic number.
He's good right now.
Boy, that's a dead heat between he and Ingram as they cross the line.
It was Ingram at the line by 1/100th of a second. Newborn getting faster, but still over the 17-second bracket. Still good.
Ingram on the inside. You've got Newborn on the outside. Ingram a little edge off of turn 4. He's got the shorter way around.
That time Ingram was faster, 17.044. He's the fastest car on the track now.
So the battle definitely in front in this 8-lap heat race here for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners. Again, it's Ingram on the inside, Newborn on the outside. Ingram has the lead at the line.
Pretty much dead even lap times there. About a couple hundred separating them. Still side by side. Ingram inside, Newborn outside. Look at the run Newborn gets on the outside there. White flag, 1 lap to go. 13 looks really strong on the outside on entry. Here it is again, but watch the 32. He's able to defend it right there. He's able to punch it and get that run down the backstretch into the turn for the final time. And there it is again, the run out of Newborn. But I gotta say that 32 is much stronger on exit, and he makes it work. Ingram gonna take home the heat race win, but Newborn going to be knocking on the door. Ingram went close to the breakout time there in the last lap, but a 16.898 is good. He will hold on for that win.
So congratulations to Jared Ingram of Wenatchee. Winner in our second heat race here for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners. Second place goes to John Newborn out of Gold Bar. And third place will go to Elijah Pennington of Tacoma for the number 20 car. So there's your top 3 in our second heat race here tonight for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 6th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Now we've got the open wheel racers coming out onto the course. It's the Economy Midgets, the Northwest Focus Midget Series, in their 5-car heat race here tonight. We ended up with 9 cars here this weekend for the Focus Midget Series. And let's take a look at our lineup here. You're going to watch for that neon roll cage in the back of the pack. He has certainly been on a run here so far this season.
Nick Larson is that one in the number 16. He's that neon roll cage. Problem with these cars is you got to really look when they come by, because the numbers back here can be hard to tell. I believe this first one up here is the 3. Yes, that is Brian Hayes. The outside is the 44 Shane Smith. The green 16 is the 16S Dwayne Swanson.
Okay.
Legend driver, by the way. I believe the white one was the 12J of Rebel Jackson Jr. And, of course, Nick Larson in the number 16. So here we go. Green flag is out. We're racing.
8 laps as well and they're 3 wide into the first corner almost.
Crossover by the 12 of Jackson, Rebel Jackson Jr.
Look at that.
Has a very famous name in the Northwest, Rebel Jackson. This is Rebel Jr. getting the lead. Now, Eric, something a little unique about this class, they have what's called a 2-spin rule. If you have 2 spins by yourself throughout the course of the race, 2 strikes, you're out. You got to park it for the rest of the day.
We did have a car leave the track after that last lap, so we're down to a 4-car field here. Rebel Jackson Jr. in front of Nick Larson. Larson giving him chase up the backstretch.
Nick Larson been one of the stronger cars. Larson did set fast time, 13.408 in his qualifying lap, but he's giving it to Rebel Jackson Jr. right now.
You got Rebel Jackson Jr., you got Larson, and then you got Swanson.
And Dwayne Swanson's a legend car driver in that number 16, climbing into the midgets here this weekend. 9 of them here, 4 are on track right now for this heat race. As we lost Shane Smith. Good battle between Rebel Jr. and Nick Larson. Larson taking a peek on the bottom a little bit there. Number 16 of Larson has always been fast here, every time he comes here.
We had the Focus Midgets here a few weeks ago at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It was our first chance to see Rebel Jackson Jr. I asked him, man, you were out of racing for about 20 years. What made you come back? He says, well, somebody offered me a ride.
Gotta be such a pleasure to have Rebel back here. White flag, 1 to go. Rebel Jackson Jr.
Watch Larson, he's right on his bumper.
Knock, knock.
Jackson Jr. with a good line. Up the backstretch he goes. Can he hold him off for one more turn?
Checkered flag, give it to Rebel Jackson Jr. Nick Larson second, Dwayne Swanson third. The 3B of Brian Hayes will be fourth. Unfortunately, Shane Smith with the DNF will have to go to work and see what happened to that car.
What a run for Rebel Jackson Jr. Took the lead on the opening turns and never looked back. Rebel Jackson Jr. with the win in the first heat race here tonight for the Northwest Focus Midget Series here, part of our racing this weekend at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Hi, my name is Blaine Johnson. I'm at Global Elite Motors. We're tied in with Global Car Care down here locally. So we're not your typical car buying experience. Somebody can come down here, take a look at what we have, and if we have the right vehicle for you, we'd be glad to help you out with it. A lot of times we are able to go out and find specific vehicles for somebody so that it fits their needs, their budget, and all the things that you want without you being obligated right away. If you're looking for a good, reliable car, come see me, Blaine Johnson, down at Global Elite Motors.
Leading them out is Michael Hodell in the number 25. Apologize if I said that wrong. Then we have the number 5, John Fugit in the number 5. Believe next up should, by my math, be the 99 Tanner Holm. Yes, I believe that's Caden Holm, who drives the J2 truck, believe that's his older brother driving that one. Tanner drove that truck a couple of times. Actually, I believe won a main event here in that truck, climbing into the midgets tonight. And then Marty Rosler, another legend driver, many, many years over here at Wenatchee. And I will never forget the year he paid tribute to Leonard Evans by painting his legend car the famous Evans Blue, which surrounds the racetrack. You got the push trucks, the Evans Blue, the walls are Evans Blue. His legend car was Evans Blue, paying tribute to the father of Garrett Evans. So Marty Rosler, definitely a special place for many people here in Wenatchee.
And Marty was a late addition to the racing this weekend.
He was. This is only my third time seeing this series. I got to see them their first ever trip here back a couple years ago for Thunder in the Valley. They came out, it was their first ever paved race. They've run dirt every race until they came here to Wenatchee back in, I believe it was 2018 that happened. So it was definitely fun to be able to call that first ever paving race. Since then, it's become kind of a thing for them as the green flag falls, they're back underway.
Underway, Hodel will lead him into turn number 1, but watch out, coming up on the outside. That was Rosler. He'll settle in for third right now, but then dip down low, looking for second. On the outside of him, John Fugit, but it will be the car of Michael Hodel that leads him through lap 1.
Ooh, getting up on the back there was Rosler into number 81, saying hello. Hodel, that worked out for him, though, the little bobble, because the two behind him had to check up. That allowed Hodel to get a better run and get that lead back. Still side by side between Fugit and Rosler as they almost come together going into turn number 1 there. Hanging back there is Tanner Holm, just kind of biding his time, waiting, picking his move, and saving it for the main event. Look at Tanner Holm dirt tracking that thing through turns 3 and 4. These are dirt cars, these are dirt drivers, and they're wheeling them like dirt drivers.
Of course, the home track for the most part for these midgets is over at Skagit Speedway, where they drive the dirt every Thursday night.
And it's the same distance as the Wenatchee Valley. It's a quarter mile, but a little bit of a different racing surface. Not much, you know. You got asphalt here, you've got dirt over there. Not much of a difference.
Rosler taking a peek inside, goes a little sideways off of turn 4.
Great move there by Rosler, but Modell doing a nice job holding on. Qualifying gap between these two is half a second. Rosler went a 13.464, Hodel a 13.902 for reference. Sounds to me like that 25 is focused on race because he is doing a fantastic job on defense right now.
2 laps to go. They'll get the white flag next time around. Can Rosler be able to reel him in? He tried inside. Now he's taking a peek outside off of turn 4.
White flag. 1 lap to go for the 25 of Hodel. Rosler, Lello, getting the run on the outside. He's got him. Marty Rosler to the lead. Down the backstretch for the final time. Whoa, big slide out of Hodel as he goes full send into turn 3. Too much. Marty Rosler's going to hold on, and Hodel going to go from 2nd to 4th in that one.
Yeah, something happened with Hodel's car, looked to me like he lost traction and lost the lead, and Rosler will be the winner of the second heat race for the midgets here tonight.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
We got the B-mods taken to the track here.
Fortunately, it looks like 3 as we lost, I believe, Mullins in the 88 because he came to a stop up on pit exit and leaked a little bit of fluid. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're down 1 modified, bringing us back to 3. It'll be Rocky Crocker in the number 52, former late model driver, stepping it up into the B mods. And then you got Dave Mackin, the father of Jamie and Emily, and then Brianna, the cousin, of course. And then, of course, you got Chad Holaday, kind of the mastermind behind bringing the series back in the number 31. Winner last time out. Believe it or not, Eric, this is going to be the first time I've ever seen a B-modified race at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval in person.
Really? Okay.
Never got to see them.
So they were here back in July, but you weren't here for that race.
No, I was not here for that one.
Okay.
And I never got to come here before the B-mods went away. So this is the first time I've ever seen a B-mod race in person.
Rocky Crocker in the gunmetal gray. That's rather appropriate because he and his dad used to have Rocky's House of Guns here in Wenatchee Valley.
Oh, I've said that before. I've said that sponsor a few times.
Green flag, and we're underway for the B-mod heat race.
Holaday getting another Mackin real quick in that number 31, getting the rundown now on Rocky Crocker. Can call them teammates, I guess, because Chad has been a huge part of getting all these cars on track to the inside now of Rocky Crocker. Holaday, he won the main event back in July, did he not?
He did, yeah. He was able to come from the back to win the heat race and then won the main event. And of course, that was an emotional night for everybody because Mrs. Mackin passed away just 2 days before the race. And yet her husband David was out here racing, and Chad Holaday said, I'm going to donate the winnings to the Mackin family.
And several other drivers, not just in the B-mods, but several drivers in other series throughout the course of the night followed suit, and they did that as well. And that's what we've talked about over the years. The racing family just comes together so much.
Mackin a little trouble coming into turn 3 there in third place. Chad Holaday leading the way easily here. Rocky Crocker holding on to second.
Chad Holaday pulling away in number 31. Crocker holding steady in second, pulling away from Dave Mackin in third. We had Jeff Mullins here as well, but unfortunately lost something right before qualifying, which led to him not being able to make it out for the heat race. Maybe we'll get him back to the main, we'll see. But it's still Chad Holaday picking him up and putting him down. He's going to get the white flag from Jason Wilson this time.
Holaday coming off the throttle just a moment. Off into turn 4 and then lays it down, heading down the home stretch for the guy who's sponsoring the race here this weekend again, Holiday's Custom Mufflers, and Chad Holaday will grab the checkered flag.
Another win for Chad Holaday, former pro late model champion and kind of the messiah of bringing the B-mods back. Gets it done once again.
A little break in the action here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval on our coverage here on the NCWLIFE channel. Eric Granstrom along with Rocky Crocker, one of our B-mod drivers here this weekend. Rocky, first of all, I wanted to get kind of your background on your interest in racing and how you got into this whole thing. By the way, love the mask.
Thank you, thank you. Well, you know, I started racing as an adult. I did some autocross, and then I got into road racing. And I was down at a Holaday muffler shop one day getting one of my road race cars worked on. And Chad said, hey, you need to come out to the circle track and try this late model racing. I'm like, well, what's that, you know? And he says, well, I'll show you. And next thing I know, Chad hooked me up with a car, and I'm up here turning circles. And I did that for a few races, and I just really didn't care for it. I didn't like how the late model, little too much contact, and it wasn't a friendly environment for me. The road racing was. So I went back to road racing, and the next time I saw Chad, he said, hey, we're starting up this new division. It's called B Modified. Friendly, the cars are affordable, you're gonna love the guys. Well, sure enough, my mentor Chad Holaday had me in a car right away. And this will be my second or third event, and it's fantastic. The cars are easy to drive, they're affordable, they look good. All the drivers are friendly, and we're just having a blast. Sorry to carry on, but I'm excited about this.
I know they're trying to get this going, and of course we try to get a new class going in the middle of COVID, for goodness sake. So tell me about the difference between the other race cars you drove and this B-mod here.
Well, so as far as circle track goes, you know, I dove right into the late model, the pro late model. You know, I never did any of the lower or the entry level stuff. because Chad felt that I didn't need to go through that learning curve because of my road racing. And there was still quite a bit of a learning curve. Those are powerful cars. They're hard to see through as a driver, hard to view. And the learning curve was tough, and I just didn't enjoy it. But now with the bead mod, as easy as these cars are, the visibility's great, and I'm loving it, loving it. And I get to do it, 15 miles from my house.
Absolutely. Well, Rocky Crocker, one of those you want to root on here this weekend at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
As we have some of our Thunder cars taken to the track, this is what Jeremy Anders coined this weekend as the big hobby challenge. And there's been some money added to the racing here this weekend for the guys that are here from the Yakima area. And let's set it up for you as we got Terry Osborne in the 46 car. He's in the red car out front. Behind him in the 12 is Luke Shaw. That sharp-looking 27 car is that of Marcus Maggard as they come by here on the start-finish line. Number 72 car is that of Brad Tidrick, 65 years young, out of Yakima. The 38 car is Fred Simon Jr. The 5 is Jess Havens. The 15, that's the one we've been talking about, Trevin Tarr driving it tonight. And the 94 car to round out the field is Vance Reynolds, getting ready for green flag here for the Thunder cars.
All right, so this is your lower half of the cars that are locked in. These 8 cars are all locked into the show. We're supposed to have 9. We're missing 1. And process of elimination, it's the 42 of Neil Nelson that we're missing out of this one. Remember, he had that little bit of a leak earlier today, so see what happens there. But we're coming around to take the green flag. 8 cars going 8 laps, green flag.
And it will be the man that was out in front that takes him to the front. Terry Osborne in the 46 car. And dropping back a tad is Luke Shaw. As Osborne going to lead us through 1 lap here of 8 for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder car.
Deep in the field, Vance Reynolds already up 3 positions in at number 94 as he has gotten around Havens, Simon, and now Tarr in the wagon coming after Maggard and Tidrick right now. Osborne leading the way, Shaw, Sox, and Maggard.
Got Maggard and Tidrick battling for 3rd place. And pulling away right now is Terry Osborne.
Remember, we've seen Osborne have a lot of speed in that number 46 car. He blocked himself in. He was the final car in, 18th position. Vance Reynolds was the last car to lock himself in on time, but it was Osborne who was the spot on the bubble. As Osborne coming around, leading the way right now. Reynolds closing in now on Maggard, who has been cleared by the 72 of Tidrick.
Halfway home here in this 8-lap heat race. Terry Osborne leading the field. Solidly in second is Luke Shaw, but the battle for 3rd right now, holding on, is Brad Tidrick with Marcus Maggard right behind him.
Rick, Maggard, Reynolds, right at your top 5. Noticing something deep in the field right now. Simons and Havens, they're kind of riding around right now. That's a smart move by them. They're saving the tires for that main event, as these are the tires they're going to have to start the main event on. Smart move by them to kind of hang back, not push it a whole lot. White flag, 1 lap to go for Osborne.
So Osborne coming up on some lap traffic. I think he'll just settle in right there and bring up the field as he will grab the checkered flag. One more turn on the wheel, and Terry Osborne is your winner. Second place will go to Luke Shaw, and third will be Brad Tidrick out of Yakima.
Just like that, first heat race in the books for the Thunder Cars. Can you believe we are going to start 24 of these bad boys out here tonight for this main event? And we don't even know which 24 we're starting. We know 18 of them. We still got to figure out the other 6. Here's Terry Osborne saying hello to the viewers at home.
So again, the finish here in this heat race, the first heat race for the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. It's Terry Osborne in the 46 finishing first. Luke Shaw in the number 12. He is second, and the number 72 car, Brad Tidrick, out of the Tidrick Ranch down in Yakima. He is in third in this first heat race. Second heat race, cars coming onto the track right now. It'll be Dylan Huffines in the number 7 car. He's out there first. Also, R.T. Greiner in the 25. Following him in the 84 is Carl Brandt. The 80 cars driven by Frank Varner. Boy, he was fast in qualifying here today. And of course, the 14 car trying to defend the home track here is Seth Frazier. Just coming onto the track as well, the 98 car. Normally driven by Kelly Kalashaw's Brent Harris behind the wheel tonight. And the 48 is that of Travis McKinney.
22, Jerry Miller for B.J. Tidrick rounding out the field. Can I just say how excited I am for not just this heat race, but this main event. You've got probably 3 of the strongest cars in this style of car on track right now, in Miller, Frazier, and Varner. And then you got the brand spanking new Pontiac of B.J. Tidrick out there, the number 4. He said hello. Tidrick, by the way, all he did in qualifying was set the track record. Throw in Brent Harris for a good measure. Travis McKinney had a great lap. This is going to be a wild race.
Certainly will, as they get shuffled correctly in the order that was set for them. Brent Harris kind of dodging around the warming tire routine by B.J. Tidrick.
Brent Harris picked up a big late model win in Hermiston and back in July. Took the Ogle racing car down to Hermiston and won the dang thing down there. So Brent Harris getting her did down in Hermiston, hoping to do it again here tonight.
So again, leading the way, it'll be Dylan Huffines in the 7, R.T. Greiner outside of him, as we'll get one more lap around before they start the green flag here from our flagger, Doug Wilson, here tonight. The 48 car is that of Travis McKinney. Love the numbering on the side. You can see that easily. 84 is Carl Brandt. That's your first 2 rows. Third row inside, 22 is Jerry Miller. Outside of him is the number 80 car of Frank Varner. And we are just about ready for checkered flag racing here with the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars.
This is the A heat. Here we go. Dilly leading them down into turn number 1. Trying to get away from Root Beer as he gets the run down. Dylan Huffines leading the way. His brother Garrett drove that car 2 weeks ago. Locking it up is Jerry Miller in the 22 as he almost ran into the back of his Yakima brother and Travis McKinney there in the number 48. Still settling it down. Look at B.J. Tidrick slicing nice and past Varner. Ooh, gets in the back of Carl Brandt in the 84. All right, it's a race car now. It's got a scuff. Go, go, go. No need to keep it clean now. Frazier on the outside of Varner. This battle in the back right here, the 80 and the 14. This is a battle that everybody has been clamoring for in this style of car. Those 2 right there at the back, Frazier and Varner. Big slide out of Jerry Miller up in front of them. That allows Brent Harris to get to the inside.
We saw him have to lock the tires up on that first lap. Wonder if he's lost a little bit of tire pressure or something like that. He dropped back to 5th place. But leading the way in the 7 is Dylan Huffines with R.T. Greiner right behind him.
Could be a possible flat spot on that number 22 as Harris gets around McKinney in front of him. Things have settled down in that 22 camp as he has settled it back down, going after McKinney now.
Lost
yeah,
some
big slide out of Griner there. That allows Brent Harris to come up in the number 98 as Dylan Huffines drives away. Meanwhile, a good little battle back here between Carl Brandt and BJ Titterick. That's going on. That's for 6th on the charts. Here comes Harris to the outside now of Griner.
Battle for second place. RT Griner inside. Brent Harris outside of the 98 as they're door-to-door around turn 2. Griner lost some traction, and Harris will take over second place.
Talked about dirt track, and that's what that looked like right there between Griner and the 98 of Harris as Dylan Huffines gets the white flag.
One more time around. The shuffle in the back here is for 4th place right now. As first, coming around off of turn 4, Dylan Huffines will grab the checkered flag.
He got it.
Harris second, and just barely for 3rd will be RT Griner.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Last heat race, again, it was Dylan Huffines out of Sela taking 1st place. 2nd place went to Travis McKinney from Yakima. And 3rd place in the heat race, RT Griner out of East Wenatchee. So now the car is taking to the track for that race that was mentioned here by Greg Rentz. And the 55 car is that of Billy Scribner. He'll be out in front. The 50 is Josh Henney. The 05 car is that of J.J. Moore out of Yakima. The 19 is driven by Mike Denton Jr. 71 is Cameron Doyle from right here in the Wenatchee Valley. The 54 car is that of Jesse Vincent. And the 9 is Bobby Stewart. And the 33, of course, is Colby Holaday.
9 cars, 20 laps, 6 move on. The pressure is on for these boys. On the transponders, 6th place was going to be J.J. Moore in the 05. He came out a little bit ahead. So here we go. We'll see how they line up.
I don't know if I mentioned that 34 car, Chris Morang out there as well.
20,
in that Mustang.
20 laps will be the distance. Stacking them up 2 by 2. So 9 cars going for 6 spots in this main event. This is the B main.
So, okay, gang, are you playing for pennies? You playing for nickels? You playing for dollars? What are you playing for at home?
We'll see.
Who do you have your money on for this one? And a friendly wager back wherever you might be watching this on our Facebook feed on the NCWLIFE channel. One more time around before we get a green flag in this one.
You can have several wagers on this race. You have winner, you can have last one in, first one out. If you can correctly predict all 6 cars, that probably gets you free beer the rest of the night.
That would be yeah, more than the trifecta there, that's for sure.
I think if someone watching at home can pick those 6 cars correctly,
better go play the lottery as well.
Exactly. Here we go. Green flag in the air. 20 laps to scheduled distance. As they go off into turn number 1, it's a side-by-side battle for that transfer spot right away between Jesse Vincent and Cameron Doyle. 71-54. Doyle's got it. Vincent wants it on the outside. Here they come.
Touching.
Slide out of Josh Henney into number 50. 1 down, 19 to go. Scribner leading lap number 1. J.J. Moore calls Yakima his hometown, but has been running State Line Speedway all season in the 05 car. He is running up there now in the 3rd position. First trip to Wenatchee for him.
Orang outside of him in that green Mustang with a 34, trying to battle for third place. Meanwhile, the front runners getting a little bit of a gap here as Billy Scribner leads the way through 2 laps. Second place is Josh Hinney.
Checking in, the 71 of Doyle is the current car on the bubble. He is that final car in right now. Jesse Vincent, the 54, trying to track him down as they get going. Moore up there trying to pull away from Meringue, who's feeling the heat from Denton. Big slide out of Denton. Remember, Denton hit the wall in qualifying, so he's hoping that that car is working here for this main event. Cameron Doyle to the inside. And if you're the likes of Henny or even Scribner right now, you can kind of just ride right now. No sense to push it because something could happen like it just did to Meringue. Suddenly Chris Meringue is in trouble because now he's on the bubble and Jesse Vincent is looking low. Keep your eyes on the green number 34 because he is in trouble as Jesse Vincent to the outside is trying to get that. That's for the final spot in the main event.
Yeah, bragging rights for winning this race, but as Greg has mentioned, you got to get in the top 6 here.
And right now, Chris Meringue has it. Jesse Vincent wants it. Colby Holaday, Bobby Stewart hanging back there as well. To have 3 cars not make it tonight.
The 05 car in second or in third place, being passed right now. J.J. Moore going inside of him to take over third is Mike Denton Jr. Cameron Doyle coming with him.
Cameron Doyle trying to get up there, and that's big. Oh, they touch! Look out! Oh boy, here we go.
Locks up.
Suddenly, the 05 of Moore has damage. And that unfortunately might end his night. Bobby Stewart in the wall in the number 9.
Into the wall in the number 9. Looks like
we're going to go caution.
Yellow flag is out. Watch out, everybody.
Well then, Moore going to have to come to pit road. That looks like it'll end his night in the 05. Bobby Stewart coming to a stop in the number 9. That can end his night.
Bobby Stewart looks like that right front tire hit the wall pretty hard, so he'll probably have some linkage problems there, as does the 05 cars. You see that left front tire destroyed as he heads into the pit area.
So this changes everything, Eric, because now the 54, he was on the outside looking in. With that, he has moved into the transfer spot, and right now it is down to the 54 and the 33 for that final transfer spot. You see the safety crew up there checking on Bobby Stewart Jr. Do not see Ballard Medical moving down in the pits, so it sounds like he is okay, and they're just talking to him a little bit.
Hit the wall. Coming out of, or heading into turn 3.
Right at the same time as the J.J. Moore deal. And Bobby's got the window net down. It looks like he's got his helmet off as well, so tough one there.
They might have to get a wrecker out as they take the hood off. Take a look at what kind of damage he might have in that right front wheel. And the steering arm and everything else that's connected there might not be connected anymore. So yeah, interesting to see now the battle. Jesse Vincent of Yakima and Colby Holaday of Wenatchee. That is your battle to get into the final here tonight in this heat race.
So it's down to those two for the spot, and that's as of now. That's not counting the fact that if something like we just saw happens again.
And you never can tell, and we've got, what, 12 laps to go here.
Got the hook coming out for Bobby Stewart Jr. just now making the way out. Flatbed.
Cameron Doyle also pulled over, and he wants somebody to check.
Checking the steering on that number 71. Remember, it was him who got together with Moore, which led to that, so they're checking the steering rod. That's big because if he can't continue, all of a sudden the 33 of Holaday is in.
Yep, and that means all of these cars, all they need to do is finish this race if Cameron Doyle can't go, but Cameron Doyle starts up once again and is now back on the track.
Question is, though, how much damage was done to that number 71? He can pull in the repair if necessary, and he would, if he can get back out, he would only have to make up one more spot on Holaday. He would not go a lap down. Looks like he's going to stay out for now.
Well, and for our Facebook viewers, you can see the car of Bobby Stewart that's up against the wall right next to our sponsor of the weekend, Johnson Electric, as they bring the tow rig out. They'll slide that car up on it and get the number 9 car off the track. So unfortunately, night will come to an end for Bobby Stewart out of Yakima.
Got the rollback out there.
Cameron Doyle gingerly taking his car around the track now in the back of the pack.
He has not moved back up to the position he was in. I think he was told to drop to the back, A, because of coming to a stop there, or B, more likely because he was involved in the caution. So suddenly, he's on the outside looking in right now. Colby Holaday is in for the time being. So changing everything again.
That, as you come around, and I don't know if you can see it on the cell phone or not, with the 71 car of Cameron Doyle, that right front wheel looks, I mean, they do have a cant to them on this quarter-mile asphalt track, but it looks
a little
like
bit more.
a really big cant, more than normal.
Yeah, you can see it's wedged in a little bit more there. So under caution here, we are 8 laps into this B main event for the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thundercar Challenge. We're taking 6. We're down to 7 in this main event. The car you're looking at on screen right now on Facebook Live is Cameron Doyle. He is the one who's on the outside looking in, and he does have some damage on the right front of that 71. He was stopped to check on it a couple times, but he's on the outside looking in. What this means, Colby Holaday, the 33, directly in front of him, he is currently in the field. But that could all change as soon as we go back green.
Well, if you have been around racing at all, Stewart is a very famous name when it comes to racing. Now, I don't know if Bobby Stewart is related to the Stewart family or not, but he's here racing this weekend. Bobby, thanks for being here.
Oh, super stoked to be here. I've never raced at this track before.
So when you come to a new track, what's the learning curve?
Just this place is different from anywhere else. You know, we've been to Hermiston, we've been to Spokane, obviously Yakima, where we're from. A lot of bank, never been to a quarter mile, just stuff like that, setting up for this kind of place.
Tell me about what got you into racing. How long have you been racing?
I've been racing since I was 16. Just a family's always been into motorsports. So follow footsteps, you know how it goes.
So Stewart, I mean, is there a relation? Have you done the gene pool?
I've never thought about it, but I'd like to say yeah.
So tell me about the number 9. Everybody has their choice of what number you choose. I noticed that it's pink, first of all, so tell me about that.
Number 9, growing up I was a fan of Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, so big Bill Elliott fan. Then it carried into Casey Kane, and now I just figured I'd do something different. This is just a first time deal for us running number 9. Pink was just on a whim. Really, it was, the car was blue, we figured gray, and then we just went black and pink numbers, just on a whim.
Okay, all right, that works. A lot of Yakima guys up here this weekend at Wenatchee. I know it's been tough for you guys. You haven't had a chance to race a lot.
Yeah, we had one little play day race thing, and mainly we've all been scrambling trying to find where we'd fit best and try it out at Wenatchee this weekend.
Well, we're happy that you guys made the trip up, and we hope you have a lot of fun this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a blast. A lot of cars, a lot of fun.
There you go. Look for the gray car with the pink number 9. It's Bobby Stewart here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
We've missed short drives to see friends, long drives to see family. We've missed road trips, car camping, heck, we've even missed commuting. We're grateful to be getting back on the road. And like always, Les Schwab wants to help you drive safe. That's why our safety-related services, tires, brakes, and alignment are on sale. Save up to $210. Swing by, because we've missed you too. Or book online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today, 509-663-1710.
All right, here we go. Coming back. Green flag is out. Billy Scribner leading the way. It's between Doyle and Holaday. Holaday slides up the track. Doyle to the inside. They touch. That's for the transfer spot as Doyle gets it back. To the inside goes Doyle. Scribner leading the way. Henny still leading there. Denton in the number 19 in third. So Doyle has moved into the transfer spot for now. But Holaday coming back. Remember, he does have damage. Contact! Henny around! Second place around after contact with Denton. That's going to change everything. At the halfway point, we go back yellow. And just like that, Josh Henny in the 50 going around. Oh my goodness, this changes everything here. Suddenly, Josh Henny going to be on the outside looking in, but Denton has gone to the pits in the number 19. Henny's back in just like that. Denton to the pits. Now we have 6 cars left out there. And all of a sudden, these 6 cars are sitting prime and pretty to get into the main event, but we're not done yet because if Denton can get back out there, it might not be over. But wow, 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 what a moment here at Wenatchee. Second place, Josh Henny gets contact from third place of the 19 of Denton, and suddenly Denton had to go to the pits, and we're down to 6 cars for 6 spots, and the one who needed that the most were the guys that were battling for that transfer position of Colby Holaday and Cameron Doyle. Here comes Denton back out in the number 19. So Josh Henny going to be out there in the transfer spot, but Denton is there as well. It's 2 very fast cars in this field, but what's going to happen between the 50 of Henny and the 19 of Denton? That is for the final transfer spot for now. If they can get around Doyle and Holaday, it would be down to it here. Scribner's still leading, Meringue second, Vincent third. Doyle, Holaday, Henny are the drivers that are in right now. Right now, Mike Denton on the outside looking in did not lose a lap after going into the pits. So here we go, coming to a green flag. Denton already looking high on Henny. That is for the transfer spot. Here we go, green flag is out, back underway. Scribner moving away. Denton taking a slow restart there in the number 19. Going now after Henny, who's trying to get away, but a slide out of Henny. Here comes Denton with a run on the outside. Henny to the inside. Suddenly Josh Henny's outside looking in. 3 wide for the transfer spot. They get together, Holaday in the wall. Denton crosses over, getting the spot for now. But Holaday, suddenly he's on the outside looking in once again as Denton got around him. But Jason Wilson's got the black flag in hand. We'll see if it's a black or a warning. It's a very stern warning to the 19. Denton in the transfer spot. Henny back in the top 6 after having the spin out a moment ago. Right now, Holaday outside looking in, but Denton coming back on Henny. They had the incident a moment ago. Denton trying to put Henny back on the bubble in the number 50. He does. Suddenly, Josh Henny's in the bubble now as Denton gets back through. No doubt a warning coming to that 19 car, though, once we get there. 7 to go. Billy Scribner still leading the way. Scott Burby's car, driven by Chris Meringue, is in second. Update as we're back live on Facebook. We had quite the interesting moment. Josh Henny on the initial restart spun around after contact from Mike Denton. That sent both of them to the back. Both have since gotten back through and around Colby Holaday, so they're both in right now. But 5 laps to go. Anything can happen here as Denton's had to fight his way back into the transfer spot. Doyle under pressure from Denton now. Denton around Doyle, that is for 4th. Scribner in the 55. Leading the way. Meringue second, Vincent third. Transfer spot is Henny. Can Colby Holaday get up there? We lost Bobby Stewart and J.J. Moore. Will Holaday catch up to Henny with 3 laps to go. Scribner, the 55. Meringue in the 34. 2 to go here for Billy Scribner. Meringue closing in, trying to get a run. Vincent Denton. Doyle Henney. Doyle trying to close in on Henney. He's got a flat spot on those tires now. He's closing in. White flag, 1 lap to go. Scribner leading. Holaday beginning to close in though, because you have enough time to get up to Henney and pass him. White flag, 1 lap to go. Here comes Scribner. Checker flag, he's going to win the B main. Scribner, Meringue, Vincent, Denton, Doyle lock in for the final spot. It's going to be Henney locking in, and Cameron Doyle, unfortunately, his night comes to an end.
A little break in the action as we have a big hobby stock challenge. Of course, here locally, it's the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. One of our drivers is Colby Holaday. Now, Colby, first of all, before we talk about your car and the race this weekend, being from the Holaday family, was there a choice to race, or was it just expected, or you wanted to do it?
Well, after winning the championship in 2015, there was little car count, so I kind of gave up, and then just got the itch this year, so I made the choice on my own.
You guys got to defend the home track this weekend. There's a lot of Yakima guys here.
Yeah, they brought some fast cars from Yakima, so we'll see if these metric cars can hang out with them.
Talk about your car and the setup and this season for you. I know you've been racing here locally. Talk about that season and how the car is setting up for you.
Yeah, so we've battled a little bit of a brake issue at the beginning of the season. It seems like it's getting a little bit better here and there, but it was a little bit loose in practice today, so we shimmed up the left rear here, so that seems to be helping a little bit, so we'll see what happens.
So for those that are watching, they're going, well, brakes, you don't use the brakes?
Yeah, no, you don't really use the brakes until you're rolling right through the middle. If there's somebody in front of you, that's not the only time you use the brakes.
So talk about your goals for not just this weekend, but racing-wise, you got back into it. So what do you want to achieve with this?
The very first season I started out as a pretty slow car, so my goal this year was just to be, a mid-pack to top 5 car, and everything's been going all right. I had a little bit of a upset last weekend, last race there. Wasn't what I expected, but hopefully this weekend it's a little bit better than last week, and everything comes home in one piece with 30 cars.
So they talk about repetition and just getting seat time and track time. Is that kind of what it is? You get more confidence the more you do and the more racing action you see?
Yeah, the more seat time, obviously, the better. It's like going out there for your first time. You can, 15 times later, you're obviously going to get better. You're never going to get worse than the first time. So, yeah, seat time's definitely a big thing.
Well, watch the Blue 33 this weekend. He's going to be representing the local racers here with all these Yakima guys in town for the big challenge with the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Colby Holaday joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Well, the trucks are here for the only time this year at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and talking with a guy who's had a lot of success in the trucks, the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series. Jason Majors out of Puyallup. Jason, first of all, you lead this year. You won the last 2 point seasons in a row. What's the secret to your success?
Time in the shop, really. I mean, you got to take it off the trailer in between races and just put some work into it, do a little homework, and figure it out. You know, we do a lot of research, and it's always pretty good when we get here.
Tell us about these trucks. We got a lot of folks that are watching racing for the first time here on the channel, and they don't know about the trucks. The 4 is for 4-cylinder, right?
Correct, yeah. It's just a Ford Pinto Mustang 23-2500 engine. Most of the trucks are S10 stock chassis. We run a Toyota rear end. A lot of them have the fiberglass bodies, and I think they're equivalent to, let's say, your Mustang mini stock, but just different. So that's why I chose it, 14 years ago.
I know you guys ran at State Line here a few weeks ago. Have you been able to run at all other than that with this whole COVID thing going on?
Yeah, we've had some good races up at Evergreen Speedway, and no fans still, but televised local TV. So I'm not a fan with not having any fans, but the TV deal has made it worth it. So I appreciate everybody doing what they can so we can still race and reach a fan base.
Well, the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series has chosen Wenatchee to be their race for the Bill Sauls Memorial. Tell us more about Bill Sauls.
Bill Sauls, my best friend's grandpa, started this club years ago. I started wrenching on my buddy Jay Saul's truck, and then just had some interest in it, and I think my name's on that trophy 5 or 6 times, so it's always a special one for me to bring home.
Well, it looks like you're going to have a pretty good field of racing this weekend. Besides you, who else should we be watching for?
Oh, the J2 truck, they're coming back. They're pretty strong. Pete Brady, if he shows up. I mean, everybody, even over in State Line, was real close, Just got to be smart. We got a 50-lap race with 25-lap break, so I think for the first 25, if we're not in the front, nothing's wrong. We're just going to cruise and save our equipment.
So those that are thinking about this, as far as this light truck is concerned on a quarter-mile asphalt with the high banks here, I would think it'd be kind of light in the hind end. Do you have to worry about that at all?
I mean, we place the weight strategically, so that's not really an issue for us, but, some it might be. But Wenatchee has a lot of good grip. It's a pretty fast track, good surface to run on, and, Garrett and Michelle, they all do a great job keeping this place. We love coming here.
Well, we love having you guys here this weekend. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. There you go. He's the leader. And this series this year, as well as the winner for the last 2 years, Jason Majors out of Puyallup, joining us here on Pit Road on the NCWLIFE channel. Welcome back once again here to Johnson Electric Night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And hello, everybody on Facebook. I think you can see the wide version of me now, which is better because I'm wide to begin with. So we've got trucks coming out onto the track. We've got racing ready to go for the first 25 of the Bill Saul Memorial here for the Northwest Pro 4 trucks. We'll show you the track. We'll get you the trucks. We'll get you racing once again here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Thank you so much for your patience here tonight. All right, so the Northwest Pro 4 trucks taken to the track right now here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And we'll have the entire field on the track as they'll run 25 laps in the first half of their main event here tonight. And again, this is the Bill Saul Memorial, the guy who started the series here in the Northwest with the Pro 4 trucks. Out front, the number 8 car, or 8 truck, I should say, is Shane Green. He's in the black and blue 8. Outside of him in the 6 car is Aaron Green from the same family, father-son there. The 03 inside is Ty Tips in the white with the black and orange trim. The gunmetal gray 53 outside is Doug Wilkinson. The 88 truck is that of Jeff Hector. You recognize that name out of Ephrata. Outside of him in the 98 is Chris Wisman from Stanwood. Welcome to the east side. The 4 truck inside is Pete Brady, 69 years young. He's a champion for back in 2017. Watch for him tonight. Of course, the truck everybody's trying to chase down is that bright orange number 22. That is Jason Majors, a multi-time champion. He is the points leader coming into the weekend here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Rick Shaver's in the 43 inside. Outside of him in the 35 is Haley Wilkinson. We got another truck that's just being pushed onto the track here.
That's the number 44 of Mike Vaughn getting the push out. Dodge, the only Dodge in the field. And unfortunately for him, that's been kind of the common theme this season. We saw him at State Line a couple weeks ago when they were here for the Idaho 200. same thing happened. So unfortunately, it's been a common theme for the 44.
Looks like he got it going. Is he going to stay on the track is the next question. So continuing the rundown here, as we mentioned, 22 is Jason Majors. The 83 car is that of Mike Vaughn. The 35 is Haley Wilkinson. There she crawls back up. The 9 car is truck, I should say, is Greg Vaughn. And in the back of the pack, the 21 is that of Donald Nicholson out of Lake Stevens.
Did I say it was Mike Vaughn in the 44? I'm sorry,
you
I said Steve Vaughn.
Steve
Vaughn,
Vaughn,
I meant to say.
and it looks
because Mike drove the 44 last year. That's why I said that.
And Steve looks like he's having problems once again, so they're going to have to get the push truck out here.
Now, Eric, you mentioned it, push truck. Do you think, how much you want to bet when he pushes that guy back, the push truck is going to be just line up at the tail end of the field? All right, let's go. I'm going for the win.
It would be tempting, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd do
Although I think the push truck has a V8. I think that's a little bit. Yeah.
Put a restrictor plate on it. Let's go.
Yeah. 4 bangers out there on the track right now. The only stop at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval here this season for the Northwest Pro 4 trucks. Of course, their home track is mostly Evergreen Speedway over in Monroe. They did get a chance to run at State Line here just last weekend. Or was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, August 1st, I think was the race at State Line.
So 3
weeks ago. Yeah, I've lost track of time.
You made me do
here.
math. I hate doing math. That's why I do this, because I'm not good at math.
So we'll get that truck off the track under yellow still here. As we get 25 laps, are going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah, 15 trucks are here with Vaughn going out. I got to do more math, dang it. So I think 2, 4, 6.
15.
All right, so that would have been 16, so we're back to 15.
6, 8, 10, 12. No, 13.
13, okay.
Let me count it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. There we go.
All right, so we're missing 2. See what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, who are we missing? We are missing Holm. We're missing Caden Holm in the J2.
Oh, that's
He's back
right.
there. I see him right there, pit road.
Okay. Will he be able to come out?
Well, he's just sitting, and I see no movement in his pit stall whatsoever, and
yeah.
I don't see any rear tires on there either.
There
so
you go.
I want to say no.
Okay.
Here we go. 13 trucks, first 25-lap segment of this race. Remember, we are going into the rest of our main event. Then we're going to finish this off right before the big show. Green flag in the air as we are underway. It's the Green family, the number 6 of Aaron and the number 8 of Shane. That's the black and blue green truck and the orange and blue green truck. The green and black truck is not here. There is a third one of them that's usually driven by Matt Green.
It will be Shane that'll lead us around through the first lap. Aaron on the outside. Coming up the 03 is Ty Tips out of Electric City.
Denny Hamlin-inspired paint scheme on the number 03. Even got the Toyota on front, but he's got Jeff Hector knocking on his door, and Jeff's got some pretty good help out here this weekend. How about a former Truck Series champion, his uncle, Bart Hector Sr., helping him out here tonight. Saw his name on the list. Haven't gotten to go say hi to him yet, but he's down there helping out. Look at the former champion, Pete Brady, bringing the 7-time champion, Jason Majors, up to the field.
3 laps in, 22 to go, and here's a battle for first. Ty Tips moving up on the inside.
Tips to the inside, gonna get the lead at the line. Ty Tips saying hello. Getting it done, and he's the fastest truck on the track as well. Jeff Hector slide into number 88. Nice job by Hector to save it. But Pete Brady, Jason Majors, 8 championships between them coming through the field.
They're sneaking their way up, sniffing at third right now, but out in front is Ty Tips. Right behind him, the 88 is Jeff Hector. Now your battle for third. Dipping inside is Pete Brady into turn 3.
That's 3 wides now. Jason Majors thought better of it as he's going to just go with Pete Brady in number 4, trying to make his way through the field. Majors never want to shy away from innovation. And then number 22, he's up to 4th as a battle beginning to brew for the lead. Jeff Hector, a heat race winner at State Line, going for the crossover on Ty Tips. Contact in the back. Around goes Aaron Green. Around goes Donald Nicholson, and we are yellow. And oh, that's a tough one because Jeff Hector just got around Tips. We're going back to the last completed lap. Tips led the lap, so Hector going to have to give the lead back.
And it looks like everybody's straightened out and going to be back on to this lap here as we had 2 trucks that spun out. Aaron Green in the 6 And the 21, looks like we got a flat tire on the left rear possibly of the 21 truck of Donald Nicholson.
By the way, did you notice the bumper of that number 21, the nose of the 21? Did you notice what it was?
I didn't.
It's a Mustang. It's a Mustang nose on the truck. Hopefully he makes it back out there. If not this part of the race, hopefully he makes it back out for the second half. So you can see that, because it's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
The number 6 also had a Mustang nose for a while, but I think he put a new nose on it. I have to look at it to see.
The 2 hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with 3rd-generation eco-diesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. 2 more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Well, the trucks are here this weekend as part of the racing at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and the Northwest Pro 4 trucks have not had a great opportunity other than Evergreen to do some racing this year, and this is the only stop here at Wenatchee this season. And talking now with Ty Tips, who's out of Electric City. Now, Ty, for you to race in this series, that means you're traveling all the time.
Yeah, we're basically 2 hours from any track, 4 hours to Monroe, but you know, when you got family and stuff over there to stay, and it's the truck series is like an extended family, so it's not a big deal.
Tell me about this sharp-looking 03. What do we have here?
Well, this is a brand new truck this year. We've had our issues. We blew a motor in Monroe, so this is basically its maiden voyage because we didn't get a run, and then the first race was rained out.
Right.
So Terry over there, he's the mastermind behind it, and he's my cousin and built the truck for me. And we got Jeff Bird did the motor, and if it wasn't for Electric City Bar and Grill, Anytime Fitness, Mose Lake, family, friends, I mean, we wouldn't be here.
Well, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to come to Wenatchee here this weekend. This is a big race for the Truck Series too, with the Bill Saul Memorial, and I understand that's quite an honor for anybody to win that particular race.
That is, I would say that's our Daytona. Everybody wants that trophy, and so if we can get it, we got to beat Jason, but I'm coming for him.
So why trucks and not the cars?
This started for me about 10 years ago. I had 3 cousins that were running trucks, and I just got involved with them, and we kind of stayed there.
It's got to be a lot of fun, isn't it? I mean, it can get expensive, but also fun.
Well, hope my wife doesn't hear this. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's so fun. I mean, it's just a kick in the pants, and you know, and again, to go racing with, you know, Rick and Jason and Caleb and Doug and Haley. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better group of people.
Well, and that's what it sounds like too. You guys are good competition on the track, but off the track, it's all a big family.
Well, it is. I mean, like when we blew our motor up in Monroe, I think just about every one of the truck series either called or texted me, asked me what I needed. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for being here this weekend, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You bet. There you go. He's Ty Tips. He's in the 03 this weekend here for part of the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. So Ty Tips will lead him around off of turn 4, and we'll get the green flag from Doug Wilson. And he'll get the push right away from Jeff Hector as he looks outside, now tries to dip down inside, bumper into the nose of it, and then look out, here comes Pete Brady.
Pete Brady, former champion, coming up. Been a racer for many, many years. Hector on the outside trying to get the run. 18 to go in this first stage.
Door to door, Hector on the outside. He goes up wide up the backstretch. Has a truck advantage. And look out, here comes the man everybody's trying to beat this weekend, Jason Myers.
Hector to the lead. Into number 88, he's going to try to drive away. What a run through turn 1 and 2 there. 3 wide for the second. Major's able to clear, but here comes Pete Brady into number 4. Oh, contact between Wisman and Ty Tips.
And into the wall goes Ty.
Look
and
out.
He comes into the middle of the course.
Caution.
Onto the infield goes Ty Tips as he took a hard slap into the wall. Contact off of turn 4.
There's contact between him and I believe the 98 of Wisman got together. I think the 53 of Wilkinson got through just before that happened. As there is damage to the 98, I think everyone else got
you see the
through.
hood buckled on the front of Wisman's car.
So safety crew going up to check on Ty Tips, the Denny Hamlin inspired number 03. Brand new look to that truck because that thing looked entirely different when we saw it a couple weeks ago at State Line.
Nissan is the value leader in new cars and SUVs. Check out these new models starting at under $20,000. The all-new Versa from $17,020. The all-new Sentra from $17,400. And the all-new Kicks from $17,995. Now you can have the Nissan style, performance, and reliability, all for under $20,000.
And they're all here at Town Nissan, up behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
Looking on in the competitor that he hit, Doug Wilkinson. Wilkinson is slowing down and wanting to have a word with Ty Tips there. Tips with his arms raised, his hands to the heavens, saying, hey, come on.
All right, while that was going on, when they came by, I noticed something on the 22 truck. I want to see if we can get zoomed in on the 22 on the outside, because I thought I saw some damage perhaps on the right front of the 22.
That would not be
just
good.
a hair. I thought I saw some hanging out. Yeah, you can barely see it right on the right corner. It's in the spot now you can't see, but there's something just barely dangling on the right front of the 22. Can't see what it was. Almost looked like perhaps a bracket or something had come loose there on the front bumper of the 22. Not sure what that was. I just happened to catch a glimpse of it as he came by the time before. I was trying to get a look at it as they went off into turn 1, but it was out of line of sight. But there is something on the bumper of the 22. Can't tell what it is.
So it doesn't look, at this point anyway, like anything is rubbing on the tire, which is what would be your concern.
No, it looked good there because it was pointed out the opposite direction of that.
Right.
But it could lead to something worse, and I think based off the way he's driving, he kind of passed Hector a little bit on the outside, getting up kind of close to the wall so his crew could look at it. I think they are aware that there is something on there as he's really hanging back right now. See if we can get another look at it. You'll barely be able to see it. Right front tire just barely hanging on.
Yeah, something catching in the glint there of our lights at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. So it definitely looks like a chunk of metal that is there. And then also, actually, if you look at the back rear part of that right fender, there's a little bit of buckle in that fender up near the windshield where it attaches to the rest of the body.
All right, he gets back past Hector.
Is he going to head to the pit area?
No, he's getting close to the wall so his crew can look at it. His crew they have radio communication. Some of these drivers do. So the crew
he's got
sees
time
it.
if it's something that they could take off quickly.
But the problem is with that, he would sacrifice all that track position because he would have to go to the back.
So we'll see it again here. And if you look right at the back rear of that front quarter panel where it comes up close to the glass, looks like there's a little buckle there as well.
Just a little bit.
I mean, just, yeah.
not a lot.
Well, the Northwest Pro 4 trucks are here this weekend at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Now talking with a guy out of Stanwood. He's driving the 98, which is behind us, and that's Chris Wisman. Chris, you guys had a little bit of trouble here recently at State Line. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, kind of got into it halfway through the race and just battled for third place, and I ended up in the wall. But we're back out here today, hopefully for a podium finish, so we'll see how it goes.
I know you guys haven't had a lot of chances to run this season, but home track for you is Evergreen, right?
Yes, sir.
So compare Evergreen State Line to Wenatchee. I know you were here last year. This is a totally different experience, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Wenatchee Super Oval, it's such a fast track. Sharp corners, and you come out of the corner and you're back into the corner. You just, not a lot of room for error, and Monroe, you kind of got some time to think and prepare what's coming up next, but we're just out here trying to have a good time.
So you had a little spill a couple weeks ago at State Line. You got the truck all ready to go though for this weekend?
Yeah, truck's all ready to go. I had to replace the front clip, but all in all, a little body damage. She's a little ugly, but we're gonna get her done tonight.
So what's it gonna take for somebody to chase Jason down for you guys?
It's gonna be a good setup, and hopefully he is having troubles during practice, can't get it set up. He's one fast truck out there, and so with J2. J2's fast too. We're just gonna have to be on our best behavior and game and hope for the best.
So with the split 25 laps, how does that work? Do they invert the field or anything, or?
The leader of the first 25 laps inverts the field for the second race, and then we go off of that. Everybody on the lead lap gets inverted, and lap down cars are where they're at.
So is there strategy involved in that? You want to be kind of middle of the pack, or how do you like it?
Doesn't really matter to me. I just try to stay out of trouble, and I start where I start, I guess.
That's a good strategy. All right, Chris, well, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Chris Wisman joining us here. He's driving the 98 Pro 4 truck this weekend at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Here we go, getting set to get back to green. Jeff Hector, the 88. Pete Brady in the 4. One in the green, Jeff Hector. Gonna lead him to green here. 8 in the books, 17 to go.
In the first 25.
Yeah. 50 laps total distance here tonight, so there's still technically 42 to go, but this is just the first stage.
And Doug Wilson says green flag. So the next question is for the 22 of Jason Majors, how does it handle?
Well, you can see he's kind of hanging out right now, just making sure everything's good on it. Still hanging on there, whatever that is, as Wisman has gotten around him. The Majors, he's going to be able to tell what the truck's doing. He'll be able to assess it here in the first couple laps if he's able to go or not.
So it's Hector out front, Pete Brady in second, giving him a look inside. Chris Wisman, the 19-year-old out of Stanwood, is in third place.
Battle for the lead, beginning the brew here between Hector, big slide as Pete Brady can get around. Brady swept the season here back in 2017, his championship season. He swept the races here at Wenatchee. So trying to find some of that magic once again.
And a little nudge from behind again by Brady.
Cross flags halfway.
Halfway point of this 25, first of 225 mains here for the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series. Can Jeff Hector hang on to first place? Getting a push from behind by Pete Brady, the 69-year-old in the 4-car out of Tacoma.
Jeff Hector, only his second start of the season, I believe, but he has been running very strong. Won a heat race at State Line a few weeks ago, and has really done a nice job here, leading early. We got 11 laps to go in stage 1 here.
Naaman just kind of settling in for third place right now is our points leader, Jason Majors. But giving a look from behind is Shane Green in the 8 truck.
We got battle for the lead.
Aaron Green
Pete Brady.
The 6.
Pete Brady is to the inside of Jeff Hector. Wisman's there as well. 3-truck battle for the lead at the line. 9 to go, and it was Brady leading the lap.
And Wisman trying to come with him inside, moving inside of Hector. Can he get it for second place?
Wisman going. Side by side still. 8 to go in the stage. Pete Brady checking out.
What a battle for second place right now. Hector trying to hold on for the outside. Wisman on the inside.
At the line, it was Hector just barely. By about 3/100ths of a second.
And you got to remember, Wisman's got some damage to the front of his truck from a collision earlier in this race.
And the good news is they'll be able to go to work on those trucks that got damaged, like Wisman. We'll see if they can get Ty Tips out there. Of course, the 21, Donald Nicholson, he got damaged. So there will be a chance for them to fix it going into that second stage of the main event.
Wisman came off the throttle out of turn 2, loses a little ground on Hector. Your leader is the 4 truck of Pete Brady out of Tacoma. Second place is Jeff Hector. Third is Chris Wisman in the 98. And you got to go nearly half a lap back to find the 4th place truck of Jason Majors.
Brady doing a nice job here, trying to pull away from the field. Now beginning to come up on some lap traffic. Brady getting around Haley Wilkinson. Jeff Hector has fended off Wisman for now. Just 3 to go here in this first stage. Remember, this is not split main events. It's one main event, but we're splitting it into 2 stages for this race. Brady leading, trying to lock up the stage victory, which would coincide with those 2 wins he got in 2017 here.
Hector got loose last time around off of turn 4. Chris Wisman right behind him. A better turn that time for Hector, holding on to second place. One more time around.
White flag for the stage. Pete Brady down the back straightaway. Nice lead over Jeff Hector. It's going to be Pete Brady getting the stage win here at Wenatchee. Pete Brady is going to be in charge of the invert here. Hector second, Wisman third. Majors is going to hold on for 4th.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
So the Roadrunners are taking to the track here in their main event tonight. It's a 20-lapper, as Greg was talking about. Appreciate you joining us here on our Facebook feed. Unfortunately, that's the only thing we got going tonight, as our television connection back home completely not working tonight. We tried 2 other options, neither one of those worked either. So apologies to everybody that we don't have all the camera angles that we normally do, but we're doing the best we can here as we bring you live coverage on Facebook only tonight here from NCWLIFE at Johnson Electric Night at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. So let's set up the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners main event here. Out front on the inside of lane of the first is Elijah Pennington on the first row out of Tacoma in the 20. The 98K is Carlin Coker, the young lady, 11 years old, out of Leavenworth. She will be outside on row 1. Inside on row 2 is the 14 car. That's Mason Haygood. Outside of him is Alberto Navarrete in the 4. The 32 car in row 3 is Jared Ingram. Outside of him is Brandon Knuff in the 33. Inside the 7 is Brianna Mackin. Outside of her in the 33 is that, outside of her in 52 will be Jamie Mackin. So we get the Mackin girls back there in the back of the pack. And then the 13 car is John Newborn out of Gold Bar, Washington.
Remember, Newborn is the one that was in the breakout time in qualifying. So his quick time did not count. So he got credited with the final spot in qualifying, which was 13 to match his car number. But we only have 9 out there, so we've lost 4 of our Plumb Perfect Roadrunners throughout the course of the day.
So they are getting lined up along the backstretch here. Very quiet track as we have of the evening of our classes of racing. These are probably the quietest of the bunch here tonight as we get ready to get things underway for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunner 20-lap main event. Waiting on Doug Wilson. He's saying a yellow flag here, so still not ready for the track to go, and evidently not lined up. Maybe waiting on another car?
Maybe waiting on a couple cars to make their way in.
Okay.
We're missing, let's see, who are we missing?
We are missing...
We're missing Emily Mackin.
22. And...
Oh, here we go. Here's the list.
We're talking about 88, Alejandro Mendoza. I didn't see him, though, in the heat race earlier.
Yeah. And I think this is actually it, because I've got the qualifying results here in front of me, and looking at it, only 9 cars took time. So, yeah, this should be everybody.
That's your field, 9 cars. Still under yellow, but I see Doug Wilson has the green flag in his hand here. So I think he is happy that he's had communication with everybody upstairs and down below and in the pits, and I think we're going to go green possibly this next time around.
You know who I'm sure he's happy he doesn't have communication with? The drivers, because I'm not sure he's going to want to hear what some of these guys have to say. As they go up and they throw the green flag, field go into Elijah Pennington in the number 20. Contact already between Navarrete and Jared Ingram.
And then also in the Mackins, back of the pack, Brianna slapping the side of Jamie.
They're the cousins, right? Brianna's the cousin?
Yep.
As we battle it out. Pennington in the lead lap number 1. Tacoma is his hometown, but he currently resides in Moses Lake, Washington, races at State Line Speedway in Post Falls, Idaho. Mason Haygood off the pace now in the number 14, which was the 44. As Newborn making his way through the field. Remember, have to keep an eye on the times. Everybody good at this moment. Fastest lap is Jared Ingram's 17.090, so good at the moment. 23 coming up on 22 to go. Ingram's second-year driver making the move here.
Of course, earlier tonight, Ingram was a winner in his heat race, battling at the front of the pack with Elijah Pennington, and going to move inside and take over first place.
For the lead, here comes Newborn, 3 wide. Crossover on Pennington, who went upstairs to try to keep him back there. Still good on time as Ingram leads the way. Newborn up to second in the 13.
And Brandon Knuff is also going to pass Pennington into 4th place. A little bump from behind there.
From Pennington.
Alberto Navarrete in the 4 car is in 3rd place.
All right, we're getting close. 16.943, the fastest lap of the race thus far. That was by Jared Ingram that last time by. About 0.2 of a second, a little bit less than a couple thousandths difference. Good right now. John Newborn just broke out. 16.699. John Newborn just broke out. 2nd place in the 13. Brandon Mackin off the pace. But John Newborn broke out on that lap, and he's going to get the black flag. Breakout to the 13.
So when he gets that black flag, what does that mean, Greg, as far as where he is on the track?
Pass-through penalty. What he's going to do, he's going off in the pits right now. He's got to do a pass-through penalty. He can come back through, but that is going to cost him 2nd for now. Plenty of time to get back up, and we know he's got a fast car. Clearly, he wouldn't be in this position if he didn't have a fast car.
That is
Problem is, breakout rule in effect, 16.750. He went a 16.6 that time by.
And he's also got to watch himself for trying to catch back up here.
Yeah,
because
he's
of
going to
that
have
speed.
to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, it's Ingram out in front, several car lengths in front of Alberto Navarrete, who's got a battle on his hands for 2nd right now with Brandon Knuff sniffing his backside.
Knuff battling with Navarrete. That's for 2nd.
Elijah Pennington moves into 4th, and Mason Haygood in 5th.
Knuff putting nice pressure on Navarrete.
Well, it makes sense. You've got the 2 cars that are leading right now in 1st and 2nd place are the 2 cars that grabbed the checkered flag in their heat races earlier tonight.
And Knuff peeking on Navarrete right now outside. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now between Navarrete and Knuff, who got a nice run there and almost got into the back of the 4. Nice job by him to check up. What this is doing is allowing the 32 of Ingram to pull away. 13 is back out there.
Going to go down a lap right now. Wait, as Ingram snakes inside. Meanwhile, Navarrete's got his hands full. Brandon Knuff going outside, trying to take over 3rd place.
All right, so he's 1 lap down in the number 13. He stayed on the lead lap, but he's 1 lap down, trying to get it back. I completely missed him coming back out, so I didn't see when he came back out. That's why I was kind of hesitant there. I was waiting for scoring to update to see just how many laps down he was.
Meanwhile, look at this battle for 2nd place. Navarrete in the green 4 on the inside. You got Brandon Knuff on the outside. 2 Wenatchee Valley racers here in the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners battling for 2nd place.
Trying to get the run is Knuff on the outside.
Ingram's got this race in hand right now.
But Newborn to the outside. This is to
Only
get back on the lead
go.
lap. 3 wide up the middle. No problem for the 13 of Newborn. Got back on the lead lap there, but
only 4 laps to go.
Yeah, he's going to need a caution, and he's going to need the hustle. Meanwhile, don't look now. Here comes Navarrete and Knuff. They're closing on Ingram.
Yes, they are. Ingram has been doing that battle on the lap with John Newborn. Meanwhile, Alberto Navarrete is bringing Brandon Knuff right with him. We're going to have a battle over these final 3 laps.
Actually, 7 to go. Or actually, no.
It's 20 lap main.
20 lap main, but the race monitor was showing 25. That's why I got confused.
Okay, well, then maybe they did change it to a 25.
Maybe it is 25. On paper, it was 20, but race monitor is showing 25 lap main.
Okay.
See, Jason Wilson's got the white flag in hand, so we are going to go.
Brandon Knuff and Alberto Navarrete come together.
Ingram leading.
Sprint to the finish. Jared Ingram up the backstretch he goes. Who's going to get 2nd place? That's the question right now. Again, touching.
First career win for Jared Ingram. Knuff is going to get 2nd. Navarrete 3rd.
What a race here for the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners here tonight. Marion, you're going to have to unplug because we're going to go down with Greg and get some post-race interviews. Still got to do the whole mask thing, so go ahead and go downstairs, and I'll stay right here, and you guys can talk to the top 3 in the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners here tonight. Yeah. So Greg Rentz heading down to the track to talk to our top 3 finishers. Again, Jared Ingram, the winner here tonight. Second place goes to Brandon Knopf. And third place to Alberto Navarrete. Quite the finish here for our Roadrunner classification here this evening. And for our delayed broadcast, we'll get the driver out, and hopefully everybody's got masks. Greg Rentz has a mask in hand, or actually on his face now. And for the
all right, he's climbing out of the car. First career win for Jared Ingram in the number 32. Jared, will have you come around here? Jared's second start of the season, and you got it. First win, but it did not come easy because battling out with lap traffic, that was allowing Brandon and Alberto to close in.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun race, though. I saw the second place guy get black flagged, and then I, thought it was good from there. And then I saw the 33 and the 4 car right behind me, and I was like, oh, okay, let's get this going.
Yeah, he had the black flag for the breakout rule, and I know you had some issues with that in the past as well. Well, this car has. I can't recall if you did or not, but was that in the back of your mind as you're trying to get away from lap traffic and you're faster than he is, you're like, oh, I hope I'm not breaking out, or did that lean in your mind at all?
I think the guy that got black flagged, he was trying to push me to get going to over so I can race him. But, yeah, no, you got to keep it in the back of your head. Don't break out.
All right, so it's your second start, first win. Who do you got to thank?
I'd like to thank my brother for letting me race the car. He's the one that built it. My supporters, mom and dad, Megan, my 3 daughters, Emma, Natalie, and Hannah, and Plumb Perfect, and Johnson Electric for sponsoring the race tonight.
All right, that's your Plumb Perfect Roadrunner winner.
And Kellen, my nephew, too.
Oh, got to remember the family. Winner, Jared Ingram in the number 32. We move up 1 car number higher to Brandon Knopf in the number 33. And Brandon, you were in one heck of a dogfight with Alberto there.
Yeah, I didn't know if I had enough poop to get on the outside of him and pull him down the straight, but we got it done.
Tell us real quick about that battle, because that thing lasted about the entire length of the race, dialing out side by side and keeping that breakout rule in mind as well. How much do you have to feather the throttle to keep that under control?
Well, from the last time we ran this, we broke out in the heat and the main. But you just got to learn that fine line on when you can pull out and when you can get going. But it's also nerve-wracking on these front-wheel drive cars when you're all over the place, you're sliding. So it's a matter of getting on the throttle at the right time and letting off at the right time and just letting it roll through the center.
All right, you got second place here tonight. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Johnson Electric for sponsoring tonight, all the guys behind the wall, Chanda Motorsports, Midland Trucking, Jimmy Sherrill, Donovan Steven for letting me run the car. But yeah, and wish there was fans here to enjoy it, but it is what it is right now. So, but I'd just like to thank all the guys back there helping out.
All right, second place, Brandon Knopf. And coming home with a third, first podium of the season for Alberto Navarrete. And Alberto, you were battling it out there with Brandon for pretty much that entire race.
Yeah, it was a battle for sure.
All right, walk us through that. I'll ask you real quick the same question, because you got to focus on the battle and try to get in front of the guy, but keep that breakout rule in mind. How difficult is that?
This car it's hard to break out in this car. It's basically giving her all she's got.
Well, he gave it all he got for a third. Who do you want to thank?
Josh Musgrove for letting me drive the car. Ingram Race Cars, Plumb Perfect, Johnson Electric, my family for letting me be out here.
All right, that's third place. Alberto Navarrete, first official main event complete. We still got 4 more coming up the second half of the truck race, but I believe next up will be the Northwest Focus Midgets main event.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
As the midgets take to the track. Got 9 midgets, and looks like we got 9 on the track here. And again, going to be very difficult with my aging eyes to see the numbers, as the numbers are mostly on the tail feathers here of these midgets. So as they come around, I'll try to do my best to tell you who they are. 99 car is that of Tanner Holm out of Monroe. He'll be on the front row along with the 12 car, and I think that is Rebel Jackson Jr., the 12J. That'll be your front row. I see Nick Larson there in the 16. You can't miss his bright orange roll cage, as he will be in the second row to start this one. And inside of him on row number 2 will be the car 81, and that is Marty Rosler. He's the man who won the heat race earlier. The 16 car is, I know Nick Larson's in one of the 16 cars. We got another 16S is Dwayne Swanson.
16S is the green one.
There you go. He's
Larson
in row 3.
Yeah, Larson is the neon roll cage 16.
Okay, so we got that straightened out here as far as the third row is concerned. So the green car is that of Swanson in row 3. Outside of him, the number 5 car is that of John Fugit. The 44 is Shane Smith. Outside of him will be Michael Hodell, I believe, in the 25.
Yep, and then rounding out the field by proxy is the 3 of Brian Hayes.
There we go. There's your 9-car field for the main event for the Northwest Focus Midgets. 25 laps, and Doug Wilson, give it a look. He's going to give a green flag, and we're racing.
Here we go. Crossing it down, Rebel Jackson Jr. getting a run in the number 12. As Nick Larson had already gotten out to the lead as they both got around Tanner Holm in the 99. But Marty Rosler hanging back there, Dwayne Swanson. A couple of legend drivers up there rounding out the top 5, but give lap 1 to Rebel Jackson Jr.
And he's got company right behind him with Nick Larson, who has a lot of success so far in the Midget Series. Most of the racing done at Skagit.
Oh, Tanner Holm, flat tire.
And he nearly kisses the wall. I think he did. Did a great job of keeping himself upright. Let's see if he can get out off of the track, and we stay green right now.
Yeah, a completely flat right rear tire. That thing was down to the rim as he's going to whip it back. So unfortunately, that could end his night here with these cars. Meanwhile, up front, we got a nice battle between Larson and Jackson. Nick Larson to the inside, looking for it. Battle going on now between Shane Smith and Dwayne Swanson. Remember, Shane Smith had issues in the heat race, didn't finish his heat race, trying to get back up there now in the number 44.
Rebel Jackson Jr. in the 12J, taking a look inside. Nick Larson right on his hind end. Now he'll go outside as they go between turns 1 and 2.
Larson with a run down the back stretch into turn number 3, crossover. Look at him go. Trying to size up Rebel Jackson, not quite. It is a battle for the race lead right now, and they are clicking laps away, Eric. We're already 6 into this 25-lap race.
Marty Rosler, meanwhile, hugging right with him, staying in 3rd place, maybe looking for a mistake in front. Larson dips inside of Rebel Jackson. Look out, cuts him off.
Just barely getting it through. Jackson overdrove the corner, though, and Larson comes to the inside. Meanwhile, here comes Marty Rosler saying hello. He's going to join the Battle 3-car race up front. Larson has the lead in the number 16. Going after Rebel Jackson has finally paid off. He got the pass. Jackson coming back now in the number 12.
Larson and front at 25 years of age. Rebel Jackson Jr., 55 years, trying to track him down and take back first place from him. Watch Marty Rosler. He's in 3rd.
Rosler with pressure. Going after. Whoa, big slide in the back. I heard tire spin and looked up and saw Michael Hodell facing the infield, sliding there through 3 and 4. As battle for 4th beginning to heat up against Shane Smith, Dwayne Swanson going at it. That's for 4th. We're already coming up halfway this time by.
Swanson dips inside of 4th place. Can't get the room though as Smith shuts the door.
Smith trying to hold on. But here comes the 16 of Swanson. Back to the inside. He may have him this time. Smith though with a great run through 1 and 2. Able to fend him off.
Swanson dips inside. Look out there, wheel to wheel as they come off of turn 4. And it's just merely getting out in front. Is the 44 car Shane Smith.
11 to go at the line for Nick Larson, who's pulling away. Rebel Jackson Jr. second.
Back of the pack, you got a little smoke coming out of the car of 25. That's Michael Hodell. Watch that. Meanwhile, front of the pack, Nick Larson running away from it here. Rebel Jackson Jr. in second. Marty Rosler in third.
Great run for Marty Rosler, too. We don't see him in the midget very often. We've seen him many a time in a legend car here over the years. One of the legend car staples of the Northwest. Stepping into a Focus midget this year, doing a great job. That battle for 4th is not letting up. Shane Smith and Dwayne Swanson are still going hard and heavy right now.
Nick Larson, meanwhile, trying to get around lap traffic as he gets a little bit of a distance here as Rebel Jackson Jr. coming up on some lap traffic as well. Larson stretching out his lead.
Nick Larson, I think all he needed was to get around Rebel Jackson, and it was smooth sailing as Rosler able to get around him for second now. Actually, no, I'm sorry, that was a lap car that Rebel Jackson was getting around. I just saw the white car making the move and thought, oh, here we go. But now Rosler to the inside. 5 to go at the line for Nick Larson.
If Larson can keep himself clean, he's got half a track in front of him. For 3 more, let's see, the 25 lap main, just 5 more times around for Nick Larson.
Dwayne Swanson is not giving up though for 4th. He is still in the battle with Shane Smith. They're coming off turn 4 right now. Swanson peaking low, but Smith is not giving it up. Able to pull away this time as we are in the closing stages. Nick Larson has opened it up in the number 16. There is second Rebel Jackson going by, but Nick Larson off turn 2 right now is flying in that number 12.
Nick Larson trying to win again here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. The last time the Midgets were here, he grabbed the checkered flag, looking for it twice in a row at WVSO.
Speaking of twice in a row, fastest lap of the race to the number 16.
We got loose tire, I think, on the 25 car, Michael Hodell. He's got a lot of smoke coming out, and he's going to head towards the pit area, trying to keep it under control.
Sparks flying. I think he can make it.
We stay green. He gets off the track. Meanwhile, Larson just one more time around.
Nick Larson battle for second. Marty Rosler has caught up to Rebel Jackson Jr. Nick Larson is coming to cash the check. He's going to take the checkered flag. It's a battle for second between Jackson and Rosler, and holding on is going to be Rebel Jackson in the 12.
What a race here for the Focus Midgets tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Nick Larson able to get a lead after about 6 laps from Rebel Jackson Jr. and is able to get the checkered flag again here at WVSO. Greg Rentz is going to head down. Marion, if you could get a little closer with the phone to be able to hear those interviews, that would be great, I'm sure, for our Facebook audience. And Greg's going to head down with a wireless microphone and do the duties here for our crew that will be watching the rebroadcast on the NCWLIFE channel as we juggle things here to try to do what we can to bring you the best that we can here tonight. But congratulations again to our checkered flag first place finisher, Nick Larson out of Monroe, winning here for the 2nd time this season at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. 2nd place will go to the 12J car, Rebel Jackson Jr. out of Buckley, Washington. And Marty Rosler out of Burien will be 3rd place here in the Focus Midgets here this evening. So what a race for the top 3 finishers, and quite a field here to battle on the quarter-mile asphalt. As we talked about, these guys normally race at Skagit Speedway on the dirt, but come out here to the asphalt tonight. Nick Larson shows that doesn't matter if it's dirt, doesn't matter if it's asphalt. He's got the pedal to the metal and loves grabbing that checkered flag once again here at WVSO. Greg Rentz is down there trackside waiting for the drivers to
emerge
All right,
from
he's
their
taking
cars.
the safety gear off. Winner here at Wenatchee, putting on a clinic tonight. Got to put the mask on here in Victory Lane. Is your winner, Nick Larson, in the number 16. And Nick, it took you a little bit to get around Rebel Jackson, but once you did, that thing was on a rail.
Yeah, we have a really good car tonight. Same setup as last time we were here. The car's just on rails here. We've dialed in the setup pretty good, and don't even need new tires, and we can still run right up front and put on a good show.
All right, Nick, we're running a little bit behind, so we're going to have to make this quick, but I know you got some guys back at home you want to thank.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank Dennis Griffin, crew chief, my dad, Kevin Larson, Performance Contracting, Inc., Kent Collision Center, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Exo Expresso, and Tech Equipment.
That's our winner, number 16, Nick Larson.
So Nick Larson,
Coming
25
home
years
with
of
the
age.
second.
Now we go to Rebel Jackson Jr., who's
And
55.
the name Rebel Jackson has been synonymous with racing in the Northwest for years, but it's been a while, and here we are back here, and look at this, a second place.
Yeah, we had a great run today. The guys are working really hard. This is brand new for us with the Midget, no wing. So we're learning every time. We're going to beat this guy one of these days, but it's going to be tough. He's good. I'd like to thank Johnson Electric for sponsoring this race. The racetrack, great people. Thank you all.
Called shot from the number 12, Rebel Jackson Jr.
So Rebel
And how
Jackson
about this
Jr.,
in third,
55.
Marty
Rosler.
We've seen you in legend cars here for years and years and years, but you climbed into a Midget. What brought the change on?
Yeah, it was time for a change of venue.
All right, well, a nice run here, running in the Midgets in third place, battling it out with Rebel there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, battled a lot. Thanks, Johnson Electric, for letting us come and have fun.
All right, that's our third place.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to Johnson Electric tonight, sponsored by the third for Marty Rosler.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 6th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tamer.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
So we got 3 cars taking the track. It looks like that'll be our field for the B-Mod main event here. So they're still just getting this class restarted, if you will, here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And of course, they get this class restarted, and guess what happens?
The Rona.
COVID-19. And there are other cars. We know there are other cars here in the Wenatchee Valley that are B-Mod cars that are at least in the midst of being constructed and put together. They just, a lot of those teams decided, well, with COVID and the Super Oval's probably not going to race this year, then why put the money and investment in it? We'll get back in 2021. So that's the thought process right now, and we hope to have the B-Mods in a bigger field here next year.
All right, so counting Mullins, or not counting Mullins who's here tonight, I know of 2 other ones that are currently under construction, if you will, for next season. I think the target number for next season is around 10 or so of these. I think that's the target number.
Okay.
And I know what the Chad Holaday is campaigning for. A lot of guys with older pro late models that are just kind of sitting around collecting dust say, hey, make the transition, make the adjustments you need to do, come out and play with the B-Mods. So I know one of the car, or 2 of the cars that are under construction right now are actually former pro late models.
Okay.
And it's actually a common thing with the B-Mods to make the switch from late model to modified. So that's something you can see. Rocky Crocker, Dave Mackin, Chad Holaday is your lineup here for this 30-lap main event. And Mackin is already off the pace into number 57.
30 laps, I see 25 here on the sheet.
the computer might not be.
Same thing happened in the last race. Race monitor says one, schedule says another. We'll go with 25 because that's what the official paper says.
Yeah, I think Doug Wilson will be going with 25, our flagger here as well. So as we saw in their heat race, it is Rocky Crocker out front, but Chad Holaday is knocking on the door, trying to take over first place. Up the backstretch they go.
Chad Holaday on the outside. Clean pass on Rocky Crocker. Both these guys pro late model drivers, so definitely they know what's up with these cars. And Holaday getting around. And again, this is what we were talking about. The pro late models making the switch over to the B mods. There's a couple of them right there.
So Chad Holaday and that swift-looking blue number 31 in the lead. Rocky Crocker in the gunmetal gray. 52 in second place, and David Mackin, you can hear it as it comes by, a little stuttering out of the engine of the 57 car. Way back in third place right now.
Eric, I'm watching the lap times. Chad Holaday is getting faster every single lap, and he's pulling away. That's a scary, scary combination when you're out in front and you're just setting the fastest lap of the race. Lap in, lap out, lap in, lap out. Finally, he doesn't do it that time, but 4 in a row to start the race. Faster and faster and faster and faster.
Came off the throttle a little bit, and that allows Rocky Crocker to come closing in. I think maybe a little cat and mouse game being played by Chad Holaday right now as they're through 6 laps of this 25-lap main event for the Holaday Custom Mufflers B-Mods here tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Rocky Crocker getting a run. But Chad Holaday getting them back here, and they're already coming up on the 57 of the Dave Mackin, who is coming up on turn 1, and he is off the pace.
All 3 of these cars were out here testing yesterday at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And Chad Holaday, you just look at his face as he gets out of the car every time he goes out, whether he's running it in competition or just in practice. He just loves to get behind the wheel.
And he loves driving these B-Mods halfway, cross flags up in the air, so we're going 20 laps in this race. And Crocker getting a run in the inside, and this is what Chad Holaday wanted. He wanted the series to come back, and that's just where that smile comes from. But Rocky Crocker's making it interesting up here in the number 52. Teammates getting close together, and these cars are open wheel. You get together and touch wheels, that could be a bad day in these cars.
Chad Holaday noses out in front of the backstretch. Rocky not going to let him get away too far. 12 laps down of their 20-lap main event for the B-Mods here tonight.
Holaday able to clear Crocker once again. Remember, coming up after this will be the second half of the truck main event. That's coming up in just 7 laps here as the B-Mods click their laps away. 7 to go for Chad Holaday in the number 31, having a nice run. Crocker there in second. Hanging in there is Rocky Crocker. But a nice job for Holaday once again, looking to go 2 on the season as Jason Wilson's got 5 to go at the line.
Well, we know the post-race interviews will have all 3 drivers come out of the car, so we'll get a chance to talk to all 3. The big question is the face mask of Rocky Crocker. Will he have the big clown-looking face that looks kind of real and kind of scary? Or will he go for something a little different here tonight?
Yeah, we'll see.
It's one thing we haven't been able to show. The interviews I did yesterday with Marion on my side, we were able to talk to Rocky Crocker about getting in the B-Mods, and he said he was shocked at how easy these cars are to drive.
And it's so much fun to watch them as well. These cars, the big wide tires, they're able to grip so well. 2 to go here, half a mile for Chad Holaday.
It's something Rocky Crocker, well, actually, Marion pointed it out when we finished the interview. She looked at his hands. His hands are huge. He says, yeah, I got big hands. And he says, I got size 14 feet. And I said, did they have to redo the throttle for you? And he says, actually, yeah, we had to adjust the throttle on the floor.
Shows you just how much work goes into these B-Mods. But the checker flag is out. Chad Holaday, 2 in a row here in the B-Mods. Crocker second, Mackin third.
There we go. And we're going to get Greg down and Marion down to the track to talk to the 3 top podium finishers here of our only 3 cars racing. And the Holoday's Custom Muffler B-Mod main event here tonight. And as Greg mentioned, we've got the Pro 4 trucks coming up in their second half of their main event with the 25 laps to come. And then, of course, our big finale. Oh, don't go away. 50 laps for the Thundercar main event here tonight. So really looking forward to that as these sharp-looking vehicles come up to victory lane here in front of our flagger stand. And, boy, that sharp-looking blue 31 of Chad Holaday, the gunmetal gray 52 of Rocky Crocker, and then the 57 car of Dave Mackin. That is what we have before us here as we get ready for post-race interviews with Greg Rentz down on the trackside here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval on Johnson Electric Night. Thanks to Johnson Electric Northwest for sponsoring tonight, and a big thanks to Star Rentals for helping us with our scissor lift to get the cameras way up in the air to be able to see the entire racetrack each and every Saturday that we come out. We've got 2 more races to come, by the way. It'll be on September 12th and September 26th, so be sure and join us for those nights, and hopefully we get everything fixed as far as our van is concerned and the transmitters so that we can actually broadcast the races as well here on the NCWLIFE channel. So Greg is waiting for Chad Holaday to climb out of the vehicle. A lot of safety gear to
All right, climbing out of the
unlatch.
car. Second win of the season for Chad Holaday into number 31. Chad will have you come around here to the front. And Chad, 2 races down. A lot of situations have happened to kind of slow the start of the series. But, man, once we get the series up and running, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
It really is. First, I got to be proud of these guys that are continuing to run with us. They keep getting better and better every race weekend. You know, we qualified 13-9. We got a 14-0 and a 14-1 right next to me. So the field is getting tight. It's getting better. We were unfortunate. The Mullins car couldn't make it. They hurt their engine there in practice and qualifying. But, yeah, it's building. We got another car out of my stable, and then we're going to pick up another one this weekend. So the class is definitely building. We should have something really solid next year.
Yeah, we're hoping for a lot more cars and to see the series grow and grow and grow over the next few years. But, Chad, while you got it, you got another win here tonight, 2 on the season. Who do you want to thank?
Well, I got to thank Garrett and Jeremy and Michelle at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for continuing to keep us rolling up here. It's a bummer. I hope that everybody's watching at home with NCWLIFE putting on a great show. Really thank them for being up here. But, you know, other than thanking those guys, I got to thank Johnson Electric for being out here and being the track sponsor for the weekend. I really appreciate them. And huge shout out to Ken Osborne with Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. That guy's phenomenal for the racetrack and the racers out here. My wife, my kids, and my crew, those guys are super solid. And the rest of the racers, you know, we're looking to build a really good show for you guys for next year, and I think we're plugging away in the right direction.
Win number 2 for Chad Holaday. And coming home with a second place, keeping up with him and even getting to his door a couple of times was Rocky Crocker. And Rocky talked about a little bit on the broadcast. Same situation with Chad, but making the switch from late model to B-Mod, that's got to be a little bit difficult at first, but it looks like it's actually not as bad.
Well, actually, it's a much easier car to drive, and the attitude on the track is much more cautious and gentlemanly-like, because these are the type of cars you really don't want to be touching another car. So, you know, the fenders stay on them, and everybody's polite.
Yeah, we saw it on the broadcast. You and Chad actually got really, really close to hooking tires there, but you did a nice job keeping it together. Second place here tonight, knocking on the door. Who do you want to thank?
Well, I got to thank, first of all, Johnson Electric for putting on a wonderful show this evening. Their sponsorship, obviously, we can't do it without people like that. Holaday Custom Muffler, which is Chad and his wife Amanda, are the ones that allow me to do this. And then I've got Brandon Knuff and Chris Crawford back in the pits, keeping me on track and the thing well greased and oiled.
Second place for Rocky Crocker in the number 52. Moving over to the number 57, the beautiful number 57. And Dave, these 2 drivers are right out of Wenatchee, but you come all the way from Moses Lake. Are you trying to build awareness for the series in Moses Lake to try to get a couple more cars out here?
Sure, I know that there are a few more in the Moses Lake area. They'll be out here, I'm sure, before we know it. Start with taking care of some business. Today, my middle child, Emily Mack, and it's her 15th birthday. Want to wish her a happy birthday.
Well, definitely happy birthday, Emily.
Definitely. I can't thank the sponsors enough. We wouldn't be able to be here to do this without them. Johnson Electric. I encourage everybody, get on WVSO's website, check out the sponsors. These people are paying the bills for us right now so that we can be here to do this. Make sure that we go and visit these businesses and return the favor.
That's number 57, Dave Mackin. All right, two more left to go. The second stage and final stage of the Bill Stalls Memorial for the Northwest Pro 4 trucks coming up right now.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Jeremy Anders joins us now on our rebroadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel. And Jeremy, well, it's one of those nights where you guys have everything running perfectly on your end. We just had the problems on our end.
You know, it's one of those nights where, you know, if you watch these broadcasts, which you guys do an amazing job every single week, and, you know, our team has done an amazing job out here as well of everything they've done. And, you know, we've had some rough weeks with oil downs and stuff like that. And then it was just, today was just feeling so good. I'm like, gosh, you know, it's going so well. And, you know, now the stuff on track is going amazing, but, you know, it's the off track stuff we're having some issues with. So unfortunately, you know, that's what happens. But, you know, I'm excited that we have some great racing action. I mean, we have the biggest undercar field we've had this track in over 20 years. I mean, that's the amazing thing to see. And I can't think enough of all these drivers who have come from near and far to put on this event. And I'm looking forward to the main event come later. The Pro 4 trucks are doing great. So great stuff. You know, you can't always control everything. And that's the best thing about it. We're doing our best we can on both ends of our stuff. So we try to give you guys some more space there. But we got 2 more races to come for tonight and 2 more races to come at the end of the year as well.
I know that the Northwest Pro 4 trucks on the schedule were supposed to be here earlier this season. Of course, COVID came along and wrecked everything just about. And kudos again to you for being able to put these races on. I know that you'd love to have your stands full of fans right now. We were crossing our fingers hoping maybe September might change that around, but right now not looking so good for that.
No, you know, one time we had those hopes that things were going to change here, you know, but unfortunately that does not happen here at the track. But, you know, I will say, you know, we busted our butts to be able to put on a great show here for the 2020 season. This is going to be our 50th year of racing here, and so unfortunately we couldn't do that, but we have a great field for racing tonight. Those of you tuning in on Facebook Live, I thank you guys. I will say our staff at NCWLIFE, our friends here, have done an amazing job. I can't say what they did. You know, we were talking earlier just now that we have gone above and beyond, you know, on the track, and usually we've had struggles on the track this year, but the TV side's been amazing. But tonight was our struggle on the TV side, but the track's doing good. So hopefully we have these 2 races in September put together. But if you're tuning in, we're doing the best we can. I know that we got people tuning in from all over to watch this. I do know that Eric doesn't really talk to his people out there. I've been outside talking to them. They are going to go home and try to edit this, and they're saying they're going to be able to try to put on tomorrow afternoon the full main event broadcast. So tune into our Facebook page and NCWLIFE so you can watch the full broadcast, the multi-camera shoots. They're still out here working. They're going to make sure they have a show for all of our fans to see.
Yeah.
So
we've been putting everything on the SD cards in each of our cameras. Going to be a lot to edit that together. So we'll do our best to try to get that back on for Sunday. and the feed as well on our website at NCWLIFE.com. We've got more racing coming up. We've got the second half of the Bill Sauls Memorial for the Northwest Pro 4 trucks. Jeremy, thanks for everything. Thanks for even trying to put a delay on things so we could have some of our equipment working.
Well, thank you guys for all your support. Thank everybody out there who's supporting us. You know, we have our last 2 races. We're still looking for lap sponsors for the Neil Newberry 125 and September 21st. Please contact me through the WVSO Facebook if you can. We still need about 40 laps of that, but we're expecting huge fields for all of our last races. If you can't make it out here to watch the races, you know, we want to see you out here, but if you can't, you can watch right here on NCWLIFE. Thank you guys. Have a great night. I'm going to turn it back over to Greg and Eric. You guys go well.
Sounds good. All right. And Marion will probably need to turn this light off here so we can see the track out there as they get the trucks lined up here for their second 25. And we'll grab the sheet here, and Greg's got the headset on. And Greg, you can start to talk about some of the field that's out here as we got the trucks on the track lining up for our second 25 of the Bill Sauls Memorial.
Looks like it was a 5 invert here, Eric. So Pete Brady, stage 1 winner, drew a 5. So it's a 5-truck invert. That's going to put Shane Green, who coincidentally started on the pole of the first one. He's back on the pole for the second one. Rigo Green. Jason Majors with a run on the outside. Remember, he had that damage just a little bit to the nose on the number 22. He was right there trying to pull up, and he's going to get the lead early. Jeff Hector looked very strong in the number 22. Damage is fixed on the 22. But Hector getting out back to second after leading the most laps in that first half.
Chris Wisman trying to also make up some ground here, and watch out for behind him is Pete Brady. Pete Brady and Hector were 1-2 in the first 25. 2 laps into the second 25 for the Bill Sauls Memorial, and you were talking before we started that the guy out in front right now has his name all over that trophy.
Absolutely, Jason Majors. I have lost track of how many times he's won this race, but he is on pace to do it once again. Maybe, I think they have the trophy with them, so while I'm down there, I'll sneak a peek and see if I can count just how many times he's on there. Because I know he was winning that thing when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, he was winning this race. Kind of went away for a couple years, came back, started winning this race again and again and again and again and again. So I've lost track of how many times he's done it. I'll tell you what, regardless of whether or not he even wins or not, while we're down there, I'll count how many times the name Jason Majors is on there. If he wins, we add 1 more.
Yeah, we got a ways to go, though, so we can't just put it in the bank yet. 20 laps to go, 19 laps, let's say. Hector is in second place, Wisman in third. You got Brady in fourth, and quite a battle for fifth happening right now between Green and that gunmetal gray 53 of Doug Wilkinson.
And I gotta say, I'm so impressed with Jeff Hector in the number 88 right now. Very, very good run for him here tonight. Finished second in the first stage. Here he is running second again here in the final stage, trying to reel in Jason Majors right now, who is doing a fantastic job pulling away in that number 22. Wisman up there in third, got the damage fixed from his little altercation earlier in the day. Pete Brady out there. Unfortunately, we are missing the 03 of Ty Tips. Everyone else made it back out, though, after the problems in the first one, with the exception of Vaughn in the 44. But up front, Jason Majors still leading the way.
Majors in front, Hector in second, Wisman in third, Brady in fourth, and now all by himself in fifth place is Doug Wilkinson. Falling back is Green. You got the 2 Greens there, Aaron and Shane, right now battling for fifth place.
Aaron the father, Shane the son. Shane's brother Matt runs in this series, but haven't seen him this year in this run here this season. But here comes Aaron to the inside of Shane once again. But this is a fantastic battle you see on your Facebook live screen right now for second between Jeff Hector, Chris Wisman, and Pete Brady. That's the battle on the track right now, because Jason Majors is pulling away, but he is coming up on lap traffic as the halfway cross flags here in this one. 12 down, 13 to go.
Hector trying to hold on to second place. Wisman is trying all he can to move up on the track, but he falls back a little bit as they head up the backstretch right now. Meanwhile, our leader heading into lap traffic, but he's able to negotiate around. The battle is for third and fourth. Here comes Pete Brady inside.
Brady making a move on Wisman. This is for third. Brady, 2017 champion, came out of an extended hiatus in this series. He's almost going to get it with Wisman. Wow, I don't think he could have fit a piece of paper between them as they go down into turn number 1. Wisman holding on for now, but Brady coming back on the inside. Give it to third place, Pete Brady.
He's got the shorter round of the track, having the inside lane, so he takes over third place. Wisman drops back to 4th, and near a whole corner ahead is our leader, the man who's the points leader, Jason Majors.
Majors in the number 22 pulling away. That damage was fixed on him during the break, so plenty of time for him to get it fixed. He did. We're inside 10 to go now, 9 to go for Jason Majors in the number 22.
Oh, we got a car spinning out in the infield.
It's the 6 of Aaron Green. We go yellow.
Green.
Her tire squealing, looked up, didn't see anybody. Oh, and that's a tough one because Pete Brady had just gotten around Jeff Hector. Back to the last completed lap. We're going to move the 88 back up in front of the 4.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
So where you were on the track at the time of the caution is where they are now, even with the lap traffic. Hector coming up, giving a nudge to behind to Jason Majors and shoving him again.
Hector
Majors
wants this win. Green flag is out.
Majors mashes that pedal down.
Oh, Jeff, big slide out of the 88 there. Looking for second. It is Pete Brady into number 4 as Hector's little slide allowed Brady to get going.
Watch that battle for second. Hector has shown he's been a little loose in the heat race earlier, trying to track down Jason Majors. Majors trying to win yet again with the Northwest Pro 4 trucks. Brady taking a look inside for second place.
Now Pete Brady is putting the pressure on Jeff Hector right now into number 88. Wisman back there just lurking in case something happens here with Brady and Hector, which we've seen it already. They got together under that caution, so it could happen. We'll see if it happens this time.
6 laps to go. The only stop this season for the Northwest Pro 4 trucks here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. It is their Daytona, as they told me. It's the Bill Saws Memorial. And a battle right now for second place.
Pete Brady, the 4, is inside of Hector, but Hector shuts the door. Here comes Wisman in the number 98. He's looking on Brady for the final podium spot. Majors is checked out, but it's a battle for third right now.
Wisman probably just hoping for maybe somebody to bobble in front of him. Brady will go outside of Hector as they head up towards turn 3. Then Wisman right behind.
Coming to 3 to go for Majors. 3 to go here at the line as Hector, Brady, Wisman putting it on. Here we go, side by side for second as Hector on the inside, Brady outside, trying to fend him off. 2 to go, a half mile to go. Can Hector hold on?
Jason Majors race to win right now as he's halfway up the backstretch. Meanwhile, the battle for second. Hector has Wisman right behind him. Brady falling back. It's going to be a race to the finish for second place. Little bump.
White flag is out. We'll follow the battle for second because Majors is gone. Brady gets back on the outside. Wisman is there. He's peeking. Might be go 3 wide for the final run. Wisman slides. It's going to be down to Hector and Brady as they come to the line. Checker flag. Majors is going to win it. But as they come down, big slide, Hector holds on.
Brady will be third. What a race to the wire.
Jason Majors getting another win in the Bill Sauls Memorial. We'll have that count for you here as we go down, but some fun battling there, and this could be an interesting interview.
Yes, it could. Between Hector and Brady, we'll have to keep an eye on that as Marion and Greg will head down to the track side to Winner's Row here. And, well, again, talk to the man who Greg said everybody is chasing Jason Majors, and that chase continues as no one was able to catch up to the 22 truck here again tonight in the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series. So congratulations to Jason Majors. Got the Popeye on the side of the truck behind the number 22 and showing that I don't know if he's eating spinach or what he's eating, but whatever it is, it's working here for the 22 truck in the Northwest Pro 4 Truck Series. Going to take them a little bit to get all of their gear free so they can climb out of the trucks, grab their masks, and visit with our Greg Rentz. And somehow I had my pen disappear in the middle of racing.
All right, he's out of the truck. Another win in the Bill Sauls Memorial for Jason Majors in the number 22. And Jason, real quick, first off, how many is that in this race?
Oh, geez, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 names on the trophy. It's a real special one, you know, best friends, Jay Sauls, and this is a real good one to bring home.
All right, well, Jason, we had a little bit of damage on the right front there in the first half. We saw it on the broadcast. First off, what was that?
Oh, that was just a little aerodynamic piece that fell off. No big deal, though. First 25 laps didn't really mean anything. We saved our tires, just fell in behind 3 trucks, hoping we could catch an invert because there was 0 to 14 in there. Caught it right. Truck's been real good today.
All right, well, it's another win for you here in the Bill Sauls Memorial. Another win, chasing another championship, looking really good out there.
Yeah, I got to thank Johnson Electric for sponsoring tonight, and all my continued sponsors, some new ones. Sears Injury Law back home in Seattle. If you need to lawyer up for an accident, I'd get on with him. Green's Towing. Check out my buddy Trent Glisson Music. He's back in Nashville, coming up with some good stuff. So Popeye Energy, everybody, girlfriend Emily, crew Matt, all my family down there, you can hear them. Without all that, we wouldn't be here.
All right, another win for Jason Majors in the number 22. I think Jeff Hector was sneaking up with a water bottle. But Jeff Hector, a second place tonight, and man, you were wheeling it, battling with Pete, battling with Chris, battling with Jason for a little bit. That was a battle all day.
Yeah, it was. It was fun, though. It's fun being back here racing.
Well, you led a few laps in the first half and battled it out pretty much all day. So it seems to me like this 88 truck has a lot of speed after a good run at State Line last week. Great run here. Good battle.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
All right, Jeff, a second place tonight in the Bill Sauls Memorial. Biggest race of the year for the series. Who do you want to thank?
Oh, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this. And my uncle for giving me the help today.
That's number 88, Jeff Hector. And all the way back here with a third. And it was a battle all day long. Stage 1 winner was Pete Brady in the number 4. And Pete, you were battling it out with Jeff, battling with Chris. You were in a battle with Jason. Seemed like every lap you were out there, you were in a battle with somebody.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I'm just out here to do this. I don't care if I get first, second, third, fifth, whatever. I just really like racing, and that's what I love doing.
Seems like this Ford truck really likes Wenatchee, and you've run very good here over the years, so definitely has to feel good to get another one here.
Oh, yeah. No, I love Wenatchee. And I'm set up with 1 inch of stagger. Most guys have 3 inches, to get around the corner, and this truck just wants to turn without a whole lot of help.
All right, Pete, it was a stage win for you in the first half, a third overall. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Johnson Electric, OK Produce, Pete's Foreign Auto Repair, Brady's Welding Specialties, my sister Kathy, everyone that's helped me. Chris Melvin and Mark Northcutt Jr. helped me on the pits and helped me on the truck. We had this whole truck apart Wednesday night. It was totally, engine was apart, tranny was apart, rear end was apart. and we got it together at least to make it out here because we love Wenatchee.
All right, third place, Pete Brady. Well, 4 down, 1 to go. Main event time here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. 24 strong, 50 laps. Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Car Challenge.
Hi, my name is Blaine Johnson. I'm at Global Elite Motors. We're tied in with Global Car Care down here locally. So we're not your typical car buying experience. Somebody can come down here, take a look at what we have, and if we have the right vehicle for you, we'd be glad to help you out with it. A lot of times we are able to go out and find specific vehicles for somebody so that it fits their needs, their budget, and all the things that you want without you being obligated right away. If you're looking for a good, reliable car, come see me, Blaine Johnson, down at Global Elite Motors.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We'll do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Here they come onto the track. We'll shut the lights out here in the booth. We'll turn the lights on the track and put the focus on the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning 50-lap main event here at WVSO.
As they come out, 24 strong. Now, did get confirmation from Jeremy Anders, as I was talking to him for a moment. If the 42 of Neil Nelson was not able to get it repaired, Colby Holaday would transfer in as the alternate. Question remains to be seen whether or not that is the case. He's going to be the last car to come out if it's him. So, with that said, we watch for the 42 or the 33. If that is the case, then Holaday does get the spot from Nelson. I see a blue car back there. There's Henny. Yep, Holaday is in. So Neil Nelson is out of the race. Colby Holaday does make it in.
And this is a sight to see, Greg. You talked about it. With all of these cars in this main event here, and this has got to be the largest Thunder or hobby stock main event in the Northwest this year, isn't it? As far as car count?
Has to be. And honestly, one of the biggest ones I can remember in recent memory in the Northwest, period. I mean, it's the biggest one of these since 2006 when we had the Can-Am Challenge for the Thunder cars. The Fall Classic has a pretty big field every year. State Line has done an invite a couple times over the last decade or so that got pretty big cars, but can't remember one like this. This has been a while since we've seen something like this, and it is going to be epic. We got Freddie Simon, Fast Freddie on the pole with socks on the outside. Brad Tidrick in the number 72. Jess Havens in the number 5. Trevin Tarr in the Griswold family wagon. That car has a win here in 2018 with Trayton driving it. That's Vance Reynolds, the 94. Dylan Huffines in the 7. RT Griner, the 25. Travis McKinney, the 48. Carl Brandt, he's a local boy in the 84. Jerry Miller, he could play spoiler for the fast guys who are right back behind him. Frank Varner in the 80. Brent Harris driving for Kelly Cowshaw in the 98. He's a many-time late model winner over here in Wenatchee and all throughout the Northwest. Just won a big one in Hermiston a couple weeks ago. He's got Seth Frazier behind him. That's the local boy. 3 wins in a row to start the season off. But he's got his work cut out for him today. BJ Tidrick in the 4, then it's Luke Shaw. Maggard in the 27, Terry Osborne, Billy Scribner, Meringue, Vincent, Mikey Denton, Cameron Doyle, Josh Henny, Colby Holaday, 24 strong. And not only did Yakima put up some money, State Line Speedway put up a little extra cash. If a driver who raced at State Line last weekend also wins tonight, they get an extra $500. There is, I'm counting, 1, 2, 3. Count, 4. I think there's 4 of them in that mix here tonight. That would be the 38, the 5, the 15, and the 80. By the way, the 80 qualified in the top 4 for this race.
Cash on the barrel head. You gotta like that. So we're going to get everybody lined up here, get everybody kind of snuggled up. Even with a snuggle, we're going to take up half the track here.
This is epic. Like, that's all you can say for this. This is epic.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the Pontiac of BJ Tidderick. He's going to be chasing those fast Camaros in front of him. But the field is in the hands of Fast Freddie Simon as he's going to lead him to green. The biggest race of his career. He's going to lead him to it as they come down the backstretch into turn number 3. We're going green. Wipe the visor. Adjust the 5-point harness. Race fans, it is showtime.
This first lap looks like I-5 lunch hour. 3 abreast for second.
Travis Tarr not afraid of 3 wide to the 15, making it move, trying to get around Jess Havens. Simon's going to lead lap 1, but the wagon is up to second already.
Big bump behind on Tidderick. That came from behind him from Dylan Huffines.
Frank Varner thought 3 wide there, and the 80 is 3 wide, but not where he wanted to be, as Tidderick has already gotten around Frazier. Going after Harris, 3 wide, very fast cars right there. Varner, Tidderick, and Harris, and BJ Tidderick is coming through the field in a hurry. Up front, Tarr putting pressure on. The first side-by-side battle is for 6. Dylan Huffines trying to get around Brad Tidderick. Jerry Miller talked about him being a potential dark horse in this one. He's trying to make moves. He's gotten around Travis McKinney, now going after Brad Sr. BJ, Brad's son, coming up into number 4. Still Freddie leading the way, though. Fastest car on the track, the 3rd place car, the 94 Vance Reynolds. He has been the fastest car the last 2 laps. He's looking for the lead here in the number 94. Inside of Tarr, looking for 2nd. But Simon's still leading the way. It's Spokane 1, 2, 3 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually, before you got your first Wenatchee car, RT Grinder, in 5th.
Boy, Tarr just not going away with the family grocery getter in 2nd place. Taking a sneak peek inside with Vance Reynolds.
Here's the thing, he'll probably go get the groceries in that thing here on Monday, because that thing is street legal. We talked about it earlier. Got the license plate on the back. Registered 2021.
That's your battle for the front 4 positions. All Spokane area cars. Meanwhile, RT Griner back at 5th at the 25. Outside of him, Dylan Huffines from Sela taking a look, trying to take over 5th.
Huffines trying to get around Griner. Dylan, remember, that car finished 2nd 2 weeks ago with his brother Garrett driving, and Dylan finished 3rd here in his last undercar start here. So he's looking pretty solid. Meanwhile, Jess Havens closing in on Vance Reynolds. Huffines to 5th. Into number 7, trying to make way. Vance Reynolds not going away from Travis Tarr. As meanwhile, new fastest car on the track, the 4 BJ Tidderick just ran the fastest lap of the race. Ooh, Tarr getting up there with Simon.
Trying to pick his move as they head off of turn 2. Up the backstretch they go. It looks like the straightaway speed is of that car that's out in front right now. Tarr holding on to 2nd.
Reynolds peeking low on Tarr as they go off into turn number 1. Checking in on our boys who started near the back. Tidderick, Harris, and Frazier, they are all trying to work their way up. They're inside the top 10 right now. Varner taking his time through, but he just got around Osborne. I think they're all in the top 10 now. No, Varner is 11th. That's Jerry Miller in front of him to crack the top 10.
And we're only 13 laps into this 50-lap main event, and already coming up on lap traffic for our leader, Fred Simon Jr.
That's Colby Holaday in the 33. Meanwhile, the fast guys are catching up. Here comes Tidderick, Harris, and Frazier, the top 3 in qualifying. They have caught up to the top 5 here. Tarr looking inside of Simon in the 33 of Holaday, going around on the inside as he is trying to give way. Battle for 5th. 3 wide for 4th. Oh boy, Tidderick's going to get pinned.
Coming up on lap traffic, it's a pinch.
And he made it work.
Inside ducking and gagging is BJ Tidderick. How about that move?
What a move. Jess Havens, the big loser in that one, getting shuffled all the way back, and he just climbed Colby Holaday. Holaday in the grass. The 5 of Jess Havens was off the ground. Holaday coming to a stop in the infield there. Havens will keep an eye on him as he is trying to settle it down right now. looks okay.
Will we see yellow, or will Holaday try to get off the infield? That's the question right now.
Right now they can continue with where he is on the track. Not in the racing groove. Tidrick now on the outside of Reynolds, peaking high. Holiday's got the 33 refired. Tar, meanwhile, going after Simon as the side-by-side breaks out for third. Here comes Tidrick outside of Vance. Go around another lapper there. That's the 50th Henny. Seth Frazier coming up to say hello. Harris to the inside of Tidrick. Harris using the advantage of the outside lane, causing Tidrick to not carry as much momentum. Harris said hello, but Frazier now is the outside working. As Tar to the inside of Simon, battle for the lead between the wagon and the 38.
Holaday back on the track, and then that's where they come with the leaders. They dip down inside of Holaday, get past him.
This got interesting last time. Tidrick.
Frazier. Little bump and grind there with Harris.
Harris and Frazier getting together.
27 car leaving the track. That's Marcus Maggard. He's out. Also, Colby Holaday takes a dip into pit road.
Freddie Simon leading the way into number 38. Still has led every lap thus far. 4 laps from halfway. Tidrick to third. Frazier gets around Reynolds. Frank Varner has entered the chat. He's inside of Dylan Huffines.
BJ Tidrick is looking inside of Tar right now, trying to sneak in there for second place.
Where else are you going to see a Pontiac versus a station wagon on an oval?
And he gets a nose in front of Tar. Off of turn 4 they come. He's going to take over second place. He's got Seth Frazier coming with him.
Seth Frazier trying to follow suit. The iRacing Northwest Tour admins right there. Those are the owners of the league. That runs in the winter on iRacing.com. Leader on the outside. We've got a new leader, B.J. Tidrick.
Dropping back to second is Fred Simon Jr. Meanwhile, Seth Frazier going to make a move. Get around him for second place as well up the backstretch.
Oh, trouble! Brent Harris and Dylan Huffines. We are yellow for the first time right at the halfway mark. Dylan Huffines and Brent Harris come together off of turn number 2.
It looks like the Huffines car is okay. The question is Harris right now.
I think Huffines does have a bit of damage on the 7. Harris getting rolling in the Calshaw entry car. All right, we're going to take a look on Facebook Live. Dylan Huffines coming around. There is some damage, but not a whole lot. The concern is the right front tire. Much like Cameron Doyle, the nose is kind of crumpled in, so yeah, there is a little bit more to be concerned about on that number 7 car.
Brent Harris left the track in Calashaw's car. The whole front left fender was curled in. It looked like the tire was okay, but they're taking a look at that right now in the pits.
Probably gonna have to separate, pull out the fender, and get it going.
Well, a little break in the action here this weekend at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. A big hobby stock challenge here this weekend. We got a huge contingency out of Yakima, and a guy who has a lot to do with that is Brad Tidrick, who joins us now. Brad, tell me about Yakima racers and out of your garage and that contingency here this weekend.
Well, I think we brought 5 cars up here from Yakima out of my garage. You know, just these guys, they're just true racers. It's just frustrating to be in a situation in Yakima where, you know, we can't even play like this. So, yeah, our Wenatchee Valley Super Oval was nice enough to let us come up and play with them, and boy, I tell you, we're going to play.
Yeah, over 30 cars here this weekend, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But you guys have also, sounds like, put a little on the line just for your Yakima crew, huh?
Yeah, they've we've expected a lot out of them. You know, it's just going to be a blast. We are so looking forward to this.
So, Brad, tell me about you and racing. I mean, obviously not a young man anymore. You've been around the sport a long time?
A little while. Started in 1978 okay. and haven't grown up yet and still having a ball. So,
what got you into it?
Oh, Sam Rose, Yakima legend. He took me for riding his race car in 1972, and that was it. I got it, and I'll tell you what, it's just an addiction. It's an awesome addiction.
Well, we know about some of the garages up here that have multiple cars that come out of it. How did you get to expand to the point where you got that many coming out of your shop?
I just love helping these guys. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, they come along, and you know, we just slowly, you know, built them into what they got, and it's been very rewarding. You know, I don't have a whole lot of bad habits, but I do have one. So and we spent a lot of time at it. So
and you know, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval celebrating 50 years of racing here in the Wenatchee Valley, and we talk about what a big family event it is, not just for race families, but racing seems like to be just a large family in and of itself.
Yeah, you know, when you look at all the different race tracks, you know, especially tracks that have closed down and had really hard times, especially this year, you know, Garrett and Michelle, they've really stepped up to try to keep this thing going, because it's a tough sport. I mean, the crappy part is it's expensive to be here for one, but it's just, I don't know, it's one of those deals that you just have to have a lot of good, loyal fans. I'm going to tell you right now, everybody who's watching on television, thank you, because it's the loyal fans that keep us coming back.
Yeah, well, and hopefully here next year we get past this whole COVID thing and we can have fans and go get back to normal.
Absolutely. That's what we're hoping for, is that we can kind of get back to some sort of normalcy.
Well, I know you're going to have some fun this weekend. Stay safe.
I am looking forward to it. Thank you.
There you go. Brad Tidrick joining us here on Pit Road on the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
So Simon, Tidrick, Frazier, Reynolds, Haven's your top 5 now. Osborne up to 6th in the 46. Remember, the two local boys, the points battle is between the 14 and the 46. Currently 3rd and 6th right now. Coming green flag. Here we go once again.
So once they come around this lap, there'll be the halfway point of the main event tonight for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Let's see if BJ Tidrick can do it again. Seth Frazier coming outside of him, looking for second.
Should be halfway this time by, as Tidrick to the inside of Simon gets the lead. But here comes Seth Frazier with a big run off of turn number 2. Terry Osborne coming up as well. He wants his name in the mix. Halfway, Tidrick leading the way. I think now we should be good if we stay green the rest of the way. Looks like we're going to. Yes, we are. All right, so Tidrick will be the leader in case of caution once again. Finally able to complete that pass on Simon. But just as he finally does, knock, knock, here comes Seth Frazier.
So Seth Frazier giving chase to BJ Tidrick right now for first place. Dropping back in the pack. The man who led quite a bit of it here tonight is now in 3rd, but look out on his doorstep is Vance Reynolds, and there's Terry Osborne.
Terry Osborne having a great run here in the number 94, or the 46, excuse me. I'm watching the 94 of Reynolds go to the inside of Simon for 3rd. Side by side, that's for 3rd on screen. Purple 94, blue 38. Lap traffic ahead of the leaders, Tidrick and Frazier. Reynolds, 3 wide, look out!
Look out,
Contact between Osborne and Reynolds as Reynolds goes around for 3rd. Jess Havens to the inside of his teammate Simon. Smoke out of the number 19 of Mikey Denton. Not sure if he caught the wall again or what happened there. Big slide out of Vance Reynolds there into 94. That's for 3rd as Osborne gets through. Jess Havens trying to make his way back up. Ooh, some contact between Simon and Reynolds there. Varner off the pace, black flag to the 19. Varner pulling into the pits, black flag to the 19 of Denton, who is smoking heavily, and that's getting worse.
Varner out. Also out is Denton Jr. Meanwhile, the lead is the number 4 car. Right up there, BJ Tidrick.
Brandt, big slide in turn number 4, right in front of Chris Morang.
And Osborne is in third place now.
Terry Osborne has made a great climb up into third.
So up the backstretch is your leader, BJ Tidrick, giving chase Seth Frazier. We're at lap number 34 as they come across, 16 to go.
16 laps to go in this one, and Tidrick looking very strong right now, but Frazier battling with him. iRacing teammates and business partners as iRacing goes, battling it out right now for the race lead.
And coming up on lap traffic as well, they negotiate around the 54 car of Jesse Vincent. Up the backstretch they come with more lap traffic in front. Let's see if Seth Frazier can maybe make a pick move and get out in front. Oh, we got cars
big
coming together.
Billy Scribner and RT Griner watching the battle for the lead.
Colby Holaday involved in that as well as he spins around. Well, it's a huge field this weekend here for the hobby stocks or Thunder cars, depending on where you're from. And we got a lot of guys here this weekend from Yakima, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, one of which standing next to me now, driving the 48, Travis McKinney. So I know it's been tough with COVID, and Yakima County's been real tough with COVID. So have you guys been able to race much?
We've done one practice race. Other than that, we haven't got to race at all. That's why we fought so hard to get Jeremy to let us come up here and play, just because we don't have anywhere else we can go. So
that's so tough. I mean, you come here tonight to practice. Have you been able to run the car hardly at all?
I haven't even got out yet. I've only been to the track twice. I've never drove on the track. So this will all be, it'll be new. But I'm excited. Everybody says it's a blast to drive here, and I've watched a few races, so I'm looking forward to getting back in behind the wheel.
So we got, 13, I think, of you guys from down in the Yakima area.
13, there's 6 out of a Tidrick shop.
Okay, all right. So tell me about the Yakima crew. I mean, it's kind of like a little battle for bragging rights here this weekend, huh?
Yeah, it is. There's a few of us that have bets to see who can qualify fastest, so it's kind of there's multiple little bets going on between our group and then our town guys. So, you know, Doug Betterall put up $200 for any of the Yakima guys that can come up here and win, and I know Matt put up $500 for Varner if he can win tonight. So there's a lot of incentives. It's pretty cool to see. I think we got 4 tracks represented here tonight, so 30-car field. It's gonna be entertaining. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So Travis, tell me what got you into this whole thing?
I started racing back in 2001. My dad's raced since the 70s. I took over driving duties in 2001 and ran primarily in Hermiston for a bunch of years. I ran late models in Yakima, ran dirt track, got out of it, sold everything that had to do with racing. We decided we were done, and then a buddy of mine, Jason Berg, got back into racing, started driving for Brad. He's like, I need a spotter. Next thing I know, I was driving his Hornet, and we started building this over the winter. So once it's in your blood, it's always in your blood. You just find a way to get to a track.
And we found too, you know, Wenatchee Valley celebrating 50 years this year, and it is really about family. I mean, even if you're not related, everybody that's in racing is all part of the same family.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one thing that's nice about, you know, with our group. We're always helping each other out. We're always helping other racers out. When you get to the track, everybody's here to have fun. If you can't have fun, you're not doing the sport right. So it's not always about winning. It's about coming out and getting out of the house, and all your worries and stuff go away as soon as you buckle in and put the helmet on. That's all you think about. So
well, we're sad we couldn't have fans here. Anybody back home that's watching us that you want to say hi to?
I got friends and family that will be watching. My wife's on her way up. She's at work right now, so she's meeting me here tonight. You know, just shout out to Brad Tidrick and everybody at PSR. That's our racing group from the Tidrick shop. We put a lot of work into this car over the winter, and we finally get to race it. So I'm looking forward to getting some laps in, get used to the track, and then put on a good show for everybody watching online.
Well, stay safe. Have a fun weekend. Thanks for being here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. He's driving the 48 car, Travis McKinney, out of Yakima. A good contingency of Yakima here this weekend.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program. Or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever.
BJ Tidrick in the 4, still leading the way.
And by the way, we're at the 35 lap mark.
15 to go. Race monitor froze, so we're going off the scoreboard now because race monitor is still showing 26 laps to go, which was the last caution. So race monitor went down, so we're going off the scoreboard, and we only got the top 5 on there right now, which is Tidrick, Frazier, Osborne, Havens, and Reynolds. The 54 is a lap down.
Still yellow on the track, and according to Doug Wilson, our flagger, one more time around before he'll drop the green flag. Up the back stretch, Tidrick, the number 4 car.
Other Tidrick having problems. 72, Brad Tidrick just lost power.
Yeah, he did. Heading down to the apron. Not sure what happened with his Mustang there. Might need the push truck. We'll see.
Oh, he's rolling, but very slowly. I don't think he's under power. Push truck is going to come out to help the Ford Mustang.
Yeah, something must have just turned loose.
Coming down for turn 2, all of a sudden the car just stopped, and unfortunately Travis McKinney had nowhere to go. So when he comes by, let's see if there's any damage on the 48 of McKinney, the big bright black and orange car there. Tidrick saying, yeah, just take me to the pits. We're going to look at the 48 of McKinney as he comes by to see if he's got any damage from that. From here, I don't see any, but it'll be up close. I think he looks good.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. Yep. No,
yeah,
no damage.
Let's go.
Of course, he had a little issue in the heat race earlier tonight.
He did.
Where he got together. Griner has front left fender. Looks a little dinged up there.
That's from the contact with Scribner to put us under this caution. Tidrick going to lead him to green. Seth Frazier second. Osborne, the 46, is third. Notice Vincent is kind of just leaning down on the bottom. He's going to let the guys go. Remember, you can only pass on the outside before the line, and that's exactly what Vincent's doing, is he's letting the fast guys go. Great move there by Vincent. We go green. Back underway. 15 to go. Tidrick leads. Frazier second. Osborne third. Gets around Vincent. Battle for 5th now between Jerry Miller and Vance Reynolds.
Seth Frazier lost a little ground on the backstretch, but then catches up again between turns 3 and 4.
Vincent moving out of the way to let the guys go. He's going to go down on the apron and get freight trained on the outside. Meanwhile, Reynolds is able to get back around Havens for 4th and trying to reel in Terry Osborne. Up front, though, it's a 2-car breakaway. You see the field work their way through turn 4. Ooh, big slide out of Luke Shaw in the number 12 on the backstretch there. He came off turn number 2, and he was looking us in the eye. And so let me tell you, at that part of the track, we're not supposed to be looking drivers in the eye.
So the question, with 12 laps to go, does Seth Frazier have the car and have the drive to be able to get around BJ Tidrick, as those two are dancing all alone for first place? Terry Osborne in 3rd.
Now that car that BJ Tidrick is driving basically is the younger, bigger brother to the 14 of Frazier. He has built that very similarly. One car off the pace up in turn number 3. It's Jerry Miller into number 22. He's off the pace.
22 has gone dead inside the apron.
I think we're going caution. Yes, we are.
Caution once again with a 40 lap count on the scoreboard right now.
10 to go.
Didn't see what happened with the 22 car of Jerry Miller. Well, you got to expect some yellows when you've got this large of a field.
And 50 laps.
And 50 laps.
But it's been fun. It's been wild here in this race.
Well, you talked about the shakeup early in this race. It was all Spokane. Now you've got Kennewick, Wenatchee,
Spokane,
and
Airway Heights, top 5.
That was the question that I asked a bunch of the Thunder drivers here yesterday when I was down in the pits, especially for the local drivers here that WVSO is their home. I said, boy, you got a lot of guys from Yakima, you got guys from the Spokane area that are really going to want to come here and show you up. Are you going to be able to represent? And that was what the Wenatchee boys were telling me, is that, hey, we got to defend the home track here.
And right now, their 2 best bets are 2nd and 3rd, Frazier and Osborne. And no surprise, that's those 2 leading the charge for the Wenatchee locals, because those have been the 2 fastest all year.
We'll get the rest of the field shook out here. Kobe Holaday will be trailing the pack. Been a long day for the 33 car out of the Holaday garage. See if Doug Wilson has a mind to go green here. Yellow flashing signals on the track, still flashing, so it looks like it will be at least one more time around.
1 to green at the line. BJ Tidrick leads, Seth Frazier 2nd. Tidrick, no stranger to big wins at not just Wenatchee, but wins in general. Former Fall Classic champion, Montana 200. He's won just about everything there is to do in the Northwest this season. 2 late model wins on the season already at Hermiston. Looking very strong here for, I believe, what would be his first career Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Car main event, if he can hold on here. Chris Meringue into the pits in the Scott Burby owned number 34. Meanwhile, we're coming to green. 10 to go, shootout time at Wenatchee.
Boy, and Seth Frazier was slow off the get-up on the restart. BJ Tidrick got a big lead as he came for the green flag.
Tidrick leading the way. Frazier 2nd. Tidrick trying to click the laps away. First time out in that Pontiac. Frazier right there on the bumper. Battle beginning to brew for 3rd also, as Vance Reynolds is not letting Terry Osborne get away. He wants his final spot on the podium.
Time is winding down in this 50-lap main event.
Closing stages. Frazier slid up the track a little bit. 5 at the line for BJ Tidrick. 2 separate battles going. We got the battle for the win and the battle for the final podium spot.
There's your battle for 3rd.
Vance Reynolds getting into Osborne. He hangs on. Reynolds did a great job there to let up, give Osborne room to save it. He'll try it again. 4 to go.
Quite a cluster of cars there in that battle for 3rd of the backstretch. BJ Tidrick trying to hold off Seth Frazier. Taking a look outside.
3 to go. Frazier lurking. 3 wins on the year for the 14, but new challenger ahead. BJ Tidrick in the number 4. Closing stages. 2 to go at the line. A half mile. Can Tidrick hold off Frazier?
A little more of a gap here for Osborne in 3rd place.
Lap traffic ahead. White flag for BJ Tidrick is displayed. 1/4 mile to go. The brand new Pontiac rolling through 1 and 2. Heavy lap traffic ahead. Frazier's going to give it all he's got here for the final run. But as they come through 3 and 4, eastbound and down, BJ Tidrick gets it done. He wins the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Car Challenge. Frazier 2nd. Osborne holds on for 3rd.
Well, there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 50 laps in the books, and and so too is our main event for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Marion's going to grab the phone and head down. Thank you very much for doing that. Greg is also going to grab the wireless microphone and head down for a rebroadcast to get that sight and sound, talking with the top 3 finishers here tonight. 1, 2, 3 will be 4, 14, 46. Well, we wondered if Seth Frazier was going to be able to keep his streak intact here this weekend at WVSO. Every time he's taken to the track here this season, he has won. Not able to capture that magic once again here tonight. So BJ Chidrick, I just heard, didn't have a mask. So Doug Wilson, I think he's got one at the start-finish line. So he's going to go grab one to give to BJ Tidrick out of Kettlewik.
Climbing out your winner, BJ Tidrick. Got to get the mask on. Said he didn't bring a mask because he thought it was going to be bad luck. But he barks it in victory lane. First time out in the Pontiac. And how about a win for you?
Oh, man, I sure love this Wenatchee Valley Super Oval with the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. Everybody that they got going on. Johnson Electric coming on board, man. Great show tonight. Lots of great cars. Awesome field. I don't think there's ever been this many Thunder cars here, ever, has there?
It's been a long time.
Oh, phenomenal show. Great racing. I got to battle my buddy Seth for the win. That was awesome. We got to come through the field. Just a great night of racing all across the board. The other classes, the Midgets had some good racing. There was a guy out here drifting, burning the right rear tire off. That was a phenomenal sight. Just a lot of great racing all night long.
BJ, first race for you in this car, and you get the win. Does this mean we're going to see you a little bit more often in this car, or are you going to let someone else play?
It's not really my car. I just get to play with it once in a while. A guy and I built it last year, and it's a nice car. It's really pretty, but it's not really mine, so I don't make the choices. I don't pay the bills. If I'm not paying the bills, I do whatever he says. So,
all right. Well, it's a win for you here in the biggest Thunder Car race of the year and biggest Thunder Car race in quite some time here. Who do you got to thank on this one?
Jim Zarazua and Jim Zarazua Trucking, his wife Myra for letting me drive the race car. Tidrick's Quality Transmissions. Honestly, it's kind of a small organization. Jim does a lot. Jim basically funds the whole operation. His wife Myra, Steve. What's Steve's last name? Drawing a blank. Steve. For anyways.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
All the guys that helped out. Roger, Kevin, Mike, my wife for being down here. It was just a fun night. Fun night all around.
That's your winner, BJ Tidrick.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Good job. Coming home with the second in a battle, Seth Frazier. BJ just told him he was faster, but, man, Seth, you were rolling and right on the back bumper there for about the last half of the race.
Yeah, I was hoping we get a little bit longer green flag run and maybe come with some lap traffic because the cars are so equal, it's hard to do much with them. And, BJ is one of the best drivers Northwest has ever seen in any class, so it's pretty cool to get a race against him. And one of my buddies, too, so it was a fun night.
Well, Seth, still a very, very strong run for you. 3 wins on the season and a second to go with it. So definitely you've proven that you're the big dog when it comes to Wenatchee. You and Osborne have been battling it out all year. Been a great job watching you all year long here.
Yeah, I think we'll finish it up with championship next race and call it a season.
All right, so Seth Frazier, a second here tonight. Who do you want to thank?
I need to thank my Uncle Willard for preparing the car and doing everything he does for me. Without him, I wouldn't have a chance to race. So my Uncle Willard really makes me look good, so I need to thank him.
All right, that's your winner, Seth Frazier in the 14. And coming home with a third, wheeling it all day up to third. How about Terry Osborne in the 46? And Terry, some smoke coming out of the car here at the end, but, man, that's just product of some good hard racing.
There was a lot of good racing out there. There's a lot of fast cars that showed up tonight, and we just had to go with what we got dealt.
All right, you were making your way through the field all day, battling it out there with Vance Reynolds, and at the end, a little bit of contact up there. Nice save by there. Reynolds gave you room to back it up and save it. Great job by both of you. That was fun to watch here in the last 20 laps or so.
Well, I'm glad it was fun for you to watch. I had to wheel it to save it because I thought I was going around.
And he did a heck of a save, but it's a third here tonight. Another strong podium for you. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank our class sponsor, Dick's Heating and Air, and Johnson Electric for tonight's sponsorship, and P&H Tree Service, my sponsor.
Another third place and another podium. Terry Osborne, great rally for him. Well, that wraps it up. We're going to start our post-race show here on the NCWLIFE channel coming up momentarily.
All right, there you go. And a great job once again by Greg Rentz down there on the track side for our final here tonight. So again, let's recap what happened here this evening at the Plumb Perfect Roadrunner main event tonight. The checkered flag flew for Jared Ingram in the 32 car out of Wenatchee. Second went to Wenatchee's Brandon Knuff in the 33K. Alberto Navarrete of East Wenatchee was third in his green number 4. That was the Plumb Perfect Roadrunners. The Economy Midgets, Northwest Focus Midget Series. Checkered flag flew for Nick Larson yet again this season. He's accustomed to that, racing out of Skagit and then, of course, racing here tonight. Nick Larson with the win. Rebel Jackson Jr. settles for second place. Marty Rosler finishes in third in the Northwest Focus Midgets. In the Holiday's Custom Muffler B-Mods, it was Chad Holaday running away with it again. He grabs first place, second place to Rocky Crocker, and David Mackin was in third. Northwest Pro 4 Trucks, another checkered flag for Jason Majors here tonight in their split 25 or 50 lap main event, if you will. Jason Majors yet again will etch his name on the side of the championship cup for Jason Majors. Second place went to Jeff Hector, and third place to Pete Brady. And finally, in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, you just watched it, and a championship run for BJ Tidrick. Quite a race down the stretch to Garrett grab the checkered flag. Seth Fraser takes second, and third place goes to East Wenatchee's Terry Osborne. Thanks for watching tonight's live coverage of racing at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by CASA of Shalana Douglas County. Make a change in a child's life. And East Wenatchee Mini Mobile Storage, Wenatchee Valley's premier storage facility. Our coverage was also a presentation of our all sports sponsors: Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tire Center, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoca, JDSA Law, Weinstein Beverage Company, and Alignment Pros and Express Lube. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Thanks for watching.